Um, let's have a quick recap of what we did last time, and then we'll start the next adventure. So just a quick preamble to everyone who was here, to everybody here. Um, Today we are starting the first session of The Laughter of Dragons, which is a campaign from Cubicle Seven's first edition of The One Ring. So last time we ended at the gates of Dale. Does somebody want to quickly run over how we got there and who we were with?
I'm going to sit this one out just because I want to just jump onto Foundry quickly.
Yeah.
I just want to log into Foundry.
Oh, are you in Foundry, are you?
Yeah. Are you in Foundry?
No, I'm not.
I can see Mike. I'm in.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Okay. What I remember is that we'd gone to the orc encampment. We'd done some nice archery and took out the snagget that was standing guard over the people. We took out the patrol of wargs while somebody the halfling set a fire that distracted the goblins. I then went out and took out a couple of the goblin fighters, and we took out the big guy, which turned out was just an oversized orc anyway. We then rescued the people. I skinned while they were being treated, I skinned the warg, so I have a nice quality warg skin, which I need to have turned into a cloak. And then we escorted them out. Now they weren't going to survive, so we bypassed the ambush and made our way to Dale and got there.
Yeah,
and it stopped when we reached the gate of Dale.
And we got the prisoners with us as well.
You had a couple of them there as well, right?
Yeah.
So
How do I get into Foundry again?
There's a link in Discord.
A link. Yeah, there's a link in Discord.
And there's no password, just select your name and just go.
Yeah. Any luck?
I saved it, but it wouldn't let me in. So I've saved hopefully the correct one, and it will let me in next time.
Yeah, it should do. I don't think it changes each time.
I did change my surname. It's Edirath Wargslayer, because I killed both wargs.
Oh yeah, nice. You changed that. Yeah, good. That's awesome. Okay. Any luck there, Andrew?
No, I have to find the link.
So just click on general chat in. Hey, hang on. I'll just send you a.
The link's there in the general chat under the One Ring second E.
I'll send you a message.
Yeah, send me a message. Thank you.
There you go. Did you get that?
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. So you traveled from the Long Lake along the western bank of the River Running, and you found your way up to an old road called the Merchant's Way, and before you is grey and jagged, rising a single broad peak dominating the landscape. That's the Lonely Mountain.
Yep.
Soon the boggy ground of the long marshes gives way, and the roads become surrounded by lush fields, tilled to the horizon, overflowing with grains here, a small orchard over there. To the west, you can see the dark edge of the forest of Mirkwood, but it does not look so foreboding here, for you look upon the easternmost edge of the Elven King's woodland realm. So after a day of the lonely mountain looming ever higher, a southern spur of the mountain arises before them, beckoning you forward. Beneath the great watchtower set upon the height known as Raven Hill, the running river twists and turns away to run in a wide loop about a valley encircled by two vast arms of the mountain. The Merchant's Way follows up the river up into that valley where a great city rises, the heart of the swiftest growing nation in the north, the realm of the Dragon Slayer, a kingdom of men built before the gates of a kingdom of dwarves, forged from the broken ruins of the last realm to bear its name, Dale. So that was the journey into Dale. So this is the end of the summer trading. This is the end of summer trading season. has come to Dale, and as you're walking towards, you're walking up the Merchant's Way. It's teemed with carts piled up high with goods coming away from the town. Buyers from all over Wilderland and beyond leave the market, carrying barrels of salted fish taken from the headwaters of the river running, longbows and shields in the Dalish style, and precious woodwork crafted by the elves of Mirkwood. You've heard that chief among their prizes are the cunning, almost magical toys made by the elves of the Lonely Mountain and the extraordinary creations of the fireworkers of Dale.
Did you say dwarf? Oh yes, the dwarf. Elves or dwarves? Magic. The Lonely Mountain.
Yeah, so the longbows and shields are crafted by the elves, and the magical toys are made by the dwarves.
I thought I heard the word elf.
The dwarves of the Lonely Mountain.
Yep.
Okay, so you're just about arriving to town. You're with a couple of the prisoners, some of whom are in bad shape. Perhaps you want to enjoy a well-deserved break in town.
Well, we need to alert the authorities and get the healers.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Now, something else I remember, the boats we were on in the first place, they came up here and warned people what had happened to the inn. So I was wondering if someone at the gate will greet us and sort of seem to know what's happening, or have we just walked into town unattended?
Absolutely. Let me just send you something first. So can you guys see this?
Is this in Foundry? It still says game paused.
Yeah.
Oh,
great
did
ball.
did something come up for you there?
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
is this the gates of Dale?
Yeah, this is your approach into Dale.
Cool.
There was just a little extra bit of information there that I hadn't given last time. Now, I'm using the journaling system in Foundry, which I think is kind of cool. So tell me what you think. This is a map of the. Oh, hang on. Did that come up? No. Bam, bam, bam.
Still looking at... Oh, there we go. Oh, wasn't there a cart that broke down?
Yeah. There was. So this is that cart. So as you approach the Trader's Gate, you immediately notice the doors are completely shut. The gates are shut. There's a large crowd of people assembling in front of the city walls. And as you're getting closer, so you can see there's a bit of a crowd around this this wagon. You discover that a cart carrying a heavy load of large blocks of stone is lying upturned in the middle of the road with a broken wheel, and that an elderly dwarf is lying motionless under it. So you can hear from the excited conversation of a dozen dwarves who are trying to move the broken cart out of the way and free the unfortunate fellow. You learn that the accident may have been the consequence of a heated debate between the old merchant and the younger relative, who is now sitting by the side of the road, tearing at his beard in desperation. You can also see that many of the bystanders are dismayed because they are eager to enter Dale, and with the Trader's Gate shut, it has stopped all flow of traffic to and from the city. So what do you do?
Okay. What would count for... Not... Engineering's the wrong word. But I've got athletics and might think to try and move the cart so we can get it off the door. So is the cart itself on the dwarf?
Yeah, the cart itself is on the dwarf. So he's motionless, but you can hear some kind of low, like, groans and moans.
What about...
I'll offer my healing skills to the group. I'll approach them and say, I can be a healer.
Yeah. So, are you going to approach? Are you going to approach the dwarves?
Yeah, we'll approach the dwarves.
Yep.
Okay, so in the meantime, I'm just gonna put it out there that James and Christy are. Can I do? Is it perception? Is this to observe?
Yeah, you can do it.
Is it perception to observe the environment around them?
Yes, you could do perception or I guess awareness, possibly.
Awareness. Let's do awareness check because they are aware of this. You said finely made toys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they they're quite aware of this, and they want to take a. Okay, I'm gonna have to just stop the music. Is this in your music that's playing now? Is that in Discord or Foundry?
Oh no, there's music playing in Foundry. There's like ambience.
Okay, I can kill it. It's all good.
Yeah.
Got it. Found it.
Yeah.
Just so we don't have a strike. All good.
Yeah.
All good.
This I think is copyright. Well, I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah. All good.
I thought last time as well.
Yeah. That's what you said the last time.
Yeah, it's like literally on iTunes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you could do an awareness check. So what is it you're specifically looking for? And we'll do Andrew's medicine check and Mike.
James and Christy are a little bit obsessed with how can I say, items that are of great craftsmanship. So they're a little bit obsessed about it. So they selfishly just ignore the dwarf and look past the dwarf and are now just sort of more curious, just poking around to see if they can catch a glimpse of these finely made items, these toys. So I'm going to click on where's my character? Is it the fist? No. Where's my character? How do I get all of my character stats again? Players. There we go. I got it. So do I just click on what was it, awareness? It was in which one
awareness?
Was it awareness?
Yeah.
Or should it be explore because it's outdoors, or scan?
Dan.
Scans indoors, explores outdoors. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think scans indoor, explores outdoors. So, what do you say?
Yeah, I think explore is more like exploring the outdoors. Let's go scan because you're scanning the area for things that you're interested in.
Too bad. I have 2 in explore and 1 in scan. All right, let's go for it. And then I must just commit if I want to spend hope beforehand. Is that correct? 2E.
Yes. Yeah. You have to call it before.
Okay, I'm just gonna click on scan. All right, so it says target number 15, so I just click roll. Correct? Yep. Just click roll.
Oh, look at that! Boom.
Okay.
So that was a Gandalf rune. Is that right? Automatic success.
Yeah.
Oh, and a Tengwar as well. So you've got a great success.
What can I do with that again? Where's that sheet? Man, I keep forgetting.
Okay, so I've got it in my reference thing. So the special success table.
Is that in Discord? Is that on Discord, or where did we have that again?
Oh, that might be in references.
Is that in Foundry? Is that in Foundry references, or is that in Discord?
You know what? I'll link it. I'll just bring it into here.
Sorry, guys.
No, don't.
Just the whole jump from 2E again. I forget what you can do with great successes.
Yeah, I've got these on. I've got these. So in this particular instance, you could gain additional information. You can achieve your goal noiselessly. You can complete it in a shorter time, and you can widen your influence. Yeah.
I would say gain insight, additional information.
Yeah, sure. While you're scanning the area looking for all these cool toys, of which you do see, you can see some of these kids. One has like a little wind up toy that you haven't really seen before. It looks really intricate. Another has maybe some kind of looks like a clockwork firework, like bizarre. No idea how it works, but the kids are kind of playing around with this as their mothers shoo them away from this scene unfolding in front of you. They kind of want to hide. They kind of want to protect their kids from seeing someone being turned over, but they also don't want to go too far from the safety of the walls of the city either. So they're distracting them with these toys. You see them playing. The mothers are quietly distracting them, but you do catch a glimpse of some
Can Can I say that that additional information? Can I prompt on that additional information?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So James and Christy, it's more James. His eyes light up when he sees the fireworks. He starts poking at Christy and that's sort of where they focus their attention a bit more. It's on the fireworks.
So when they're looking at the little firework, it seems like there's maybe two kids, two boys and the girl, and two boys are kind of playing with their with these little toys, and you notice that as they're all happily passing the time, these three of them, an older woman sitting close by. She looks like an older barding woman. She's got long grey hair wrapped in a colourful cloth. And she's sitting with her legs crossed. And it looks like she's stitching something. She's stitching a little, like a figure on the robe of their sister, using a very slender silver needle and a red thread. And what you see out of the corner of your eye is her stitching almost magically takes the form of a snake and twists around the buttonholes of the child's tunic. So with all the kind of commotion and the hubbub around you, the flashing of the silver needle really catches your eye. And this little girl is transfixed as well. It's almost like she's watching a magic worker. And she looks like quite a colourful character. She's got a colour, her long grey hair. She's an older barding woman, and her long grey hair is wrapped in a really colourful cloth, in the style of the northern Dalemen.
So to not, I'll let my turn sort of rest there. I can always return to this lady and let the other guys inspect the dwarf, and then I'll come back to that if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, sure. Andrew, you wanted to make a medicine roll, right?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on.
Back to the injured dwarf. You said he's under the side where it's collapsed, right?
Yes, he's trapped. You don't know whether he's crushed or pinned, but yeah, he's.
Can I make a medicine roll to see how badly injured he is?
You can't get to him fully though, Andrew.
Oh, okay.
Because part of him is under the vehicle. You can probably see if he's still alive, but I want to try and actually get him out from underneath the vehicle. Maybe that's probably the first thing we try and do.
Yeah. I just want to see if he's not badly injured.
So you want to assess first, and then help him out. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's go for that. So Andrew, if you want to make your a healing roll, yeah. Well, this is more like it's a healing roll to see if he's injured. Is that right?
Yep.
What state he's in? Oh, was it an Eye of Sauron?
Yes, but yes. He had favorite.
Oh, well done.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, well that's good. So that's a success. Yeah, fantastic. So you can see that there's no sign of any blood.
Yep.
So that's a good start. He's lying motionless. He is kind of groaning and moaning, and you wonder if he's kind of playing up to it a bit.
Okay.
Right. Well, now there are blocks on the ground, correct?
I'm dying. Get this thing off of me, he says. Yes, there are. Yeah, there's really heavy. They look like it's like cut blocks of stone, very, very finely cut blocks of stone. But yeah, very
Did
low.
one of them land near the wheel that's broken? Which I expect they would, because that's why they tumbled off.
Well, yeah, they didn't travel too far away. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a length of wood that I can use as a lever, put it on the block, put it underneath the caravan, and lift the caravan with my strength?
Yeah, you can. The dwarves are fussing around, so you're gonna have to really push past the dwarves to get there first. So you're gonna have to approach the dwarves to do this.
Okay.
Can use courtesy.
Can we use persuade? Yes. Maybe.
No, I want to use courtesy.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, make a courtesy roll then. And how are you going to approach them?
I'm going to greet them and say, "Hey, we need to get this man out from underneath the caravan." or underneath the wagon.
Yep.
And then if I scatter them a little bit politely and grab the bit of wood and hoist it under and try and do an athletics roll, I'm guessing.
And
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be with the injured guy, so I'll pull him out.
Yep.
When
All right,
you
so
get
I'll
up.
make my courtesy roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't have any advantages or disadvantages. Okay. Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that's an 18. So that's a success. Any sixes there?
No. Oh.
No. There was a 10 and a 5 and a 3, and that was favored. No, that's fine.
How do you, after the rolls are gone, how do you see if they're
Click on it. Click on the box.
Okay.
The roll
Yep.
box. I know, because it looks like it's a Gandalf rune and a Tengwar, and it's not. It's
Oh, yeah.
but that's just the icon for the roll for the dice that it was. I know it's annoying.
any bonus to athletics for my idea of using a lever?
Well, the dwarves give you their attention. You've approached them in a way appropriate to the dwarven people.
Right, and I say, right, let's get a piece of wood, use it as a lever, and lift the cart.
Yeah, and they say okay. They say so. They all position themselves, and
I'll get close.
one of them says, "What do you think we were doing before?" And then another one of the dwarves says, "He's here to help. Come on, let's see if we can do it now with an extra man." So yeah, you guys wanna give it a go?
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to do athletics. Any bonus to athletics?
Yes. No. There's no bonus to athletics.
I'll be ready to pull him out.
Yeah, you ready to pull him out? Go for it. So make your roll, please.
Looking forward to this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Despite the fact that you didn't coordinate the lifting as a team, you kind of get the vibe it wouldn't have made any difference anyway. This was such a heavy cart. You didn't even shift it in the mud. The dwarf underneath is just wailing now. He's really putting on a scene. He's kind of scaring the children now. And one of the ladies that's watching is shouting. She says, "This is official business, and it has to be done the right way." She says, "If this cart isn't cleared within the hour, the king himself will hear of it. See if those dwarves ever trade here again. Ha! They must be Iron Hill dwarves. Our dwarves are far more respectful." Ha! And she turns her head.
I'm going to try and, still using courtesy, coordinate the dwarves to lift, they'll shift the beam at the same time.
Right. Well, as you do that, as you begin, all of you working, lots of people are trying to help now. There's a large group, for example, of mannish strangers that are sitting around and taking, coming up to a very, very philosophical answer to this problem. And they're all sitting down in that circle to the left of the gate. You can see there they're kind of drawing some engineering schematics out to see what the best way is to lift this up.
Whenever you, I'll intercede at some point. I want to return to that lady that's sewing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely come back to that.
Cool.
Someone from the city, some of the city guard, runs down and says, he pushes all the bystanders back and says, "We have carts coming, we have horses coming. Everybody stay out of the way. No one comes in or out until this is sorted. This is now official business." So, they say, "Hang tight and just be patient."
Oh, I'm trying to coordinate the dwarves to lift or shift the beam at once. Can we try again?
Can we try a little other way?
No, you now the official that's there and watching this is now he's quite assertive. He's making it very clear that nobody is to touch the cart until the men from the city are here and will lift it out of the way with their horses.
But the gate's closed. How are they going to get to him?
Oh no, these are officials. They'll have the gate opened for them. It's not actually blocking the gate itself, as in it's not. It hasn't blocked
blocking
the
the
gate from
pathway.
opening.
Yeah, it's blocking the
Yeah,
pathway.
it's been closed by the officials of the city.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just go back to this lady.
So can the James and Christy, their attention is sort of just stolen from the fireworks as they just stare at this magical weaving that's happening.
Yeah.
And they'll literally just draw closer, and with that, I would probably say James is a bit more shy and he's still standing back, but Christy just sort of takes a few more steps closer, and she's sort of right up in this lady's personal space, and is going to inquire about that, like ask her what are you doing, and how are you doing that. So do I need to do any kind of roll, or is this just a role play?
Yeah, you could make a courtesy roll to see how it lands.
Okay.
It's not going to have a very high TN.
Sure. Well, my TN's 14, so let's have a look. Ooh.
The TN for this was lower. So that's the 12 is a success.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, she smiles very pleasantly. She doesn't say much, but she smiles pleasantly at Christy. It was Christy who was approaching, right?
Yeah.
And she offers some tea.
Christy just politely just declines and says, "Do you have any cake?"
She laughs, and she kind of shakes her head and says, "No, I don't have any cake."
All right. Well, she's more interested in the weaving, and at this stage, James has now found his courage. Is now standing next to his sister, and they sort of both just sort of leaning and hovering over her, just watching this weaving, and they want to sort of understand how is she doing this.
So let me see. You could make a you could make a, let me see. You have to make a roll for this.
So persuade. Courtesy.
What were you trying to do again? You were trying to see how she's doing it?
Yeah, they're just inquiring of her personal business, and hopefully she'll hand over the information. So would that be
Yeah. Oh, she'll
persuade
you don't
her?
need.
Persuade her?
Oh, you know what? No, she's friendly towards you already,
Okay.
because you were so courteous.
Cool.
Yeah, she says to you that she's actually a trader here.
Mm-hmm.
She is, and she has a shop in the old quarter of Dale, and she's a seamstress, and she's known for her intricate designs, and the little girl whose dress she's sewing on, as Kelda, is one of the best embroiderers in Dale. Her creations, they're not just precious. She doesn't employ rich fabrics or jewels. Her works look almost alive.
So James and Chrissy are pretty street smart. So they just give her a look like, come on, that's not all. Carry on, sort of. They just give her this look that implies, like just spill the beans. Like, that's a nice little top story. It's not exactly what we asked. We want to know, how are you doing that? They just give a look that just says that.
Oh, you can roll for that one.
Okay, persuade, or is that
Yeah,
intimidate?
Yeah, you can persuade.
Okay. There is no intimidate.
There is awe.
Mm.
Yeah,
Or,
well,
yeah.
So that's 12.
Well, there could be awe,
and,
yeah.
my
a
target
good one.
number was 15, so it is a fail, I believe. So they weren't able to extract that from her. Okay, so
That one was 12, was it? Yeah.
yeah, I was wrong for. So basically, they're giving this a look, and she's not getting it. It seems like they just like really kind of like giving a look that normally is quite obvious, but it appears she doesn't sort of catch their meaning, and possibly just carries on with ignores them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't outright ask the
so.
question.
She just smiles kindly, and she's got very genuine eyes. You can see that she's like a quiet, artistic, very creative old lady, very colorful, in her appearance, intricate in her craft, and she appreciates the attention, and she invites you. She says, "Well, why don't you come to my shop?" And once the gates open, she says, "You're always welcome. I love to have visitors." And
they seem very interested, and Christy asks, just politely, "Will there be cake? Is there cake there?"
Yeah, she laughs again and says yes.
Okay.
Now, in the meanwhile, there's half a dozen or so. City guards that are making their way down to open the gate after some time, and they begin to you can see a cart with several horses being brought down, some kind of wooden contraption to drag this gate. What are the rest of you? What are Edorath and Belgon doing?
Belgon's just admiring the craftsmanship of the lady.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys are all together again, are you?
No.
I think so. Except, what are you doing, Mike?
Edorath is going to try and talk to the official and say, "We've got wounded from the people that were captured by the orcs from the inn to the south.
Okay.
We need to get these people into town and treated. They are quite injured. Can we try and coordinate the dwarves to right this cart?"
Yeah, and he says without, because he's been handling a lot of agitated Dale kind of citizens of Dale, and he says we're handling it. It will be done. It will be done as soon as possible. But he shouts over to one of the fellow guardsmen and says, kind of points to the wounded, and the guardsman, I think it was half a dozen. They're directed to follow this to a corner where there are some healers to attend to their wounds. So they say goodbye to you, and they leave the three of you to mingle with the crowd.
Can I try and coordinate the dwarves, or are they just giving up?
No, they're actually being told now by the city guards to stop because they're making it worse. And this guy is just wailing now. He's upsetting the crowd. He's like wailing so much that
Is he truly that injured?
I mean, you didn't see any sign of blood, but he might be. I mean, you don't know. He definitely sounds like he's in pain. And the guards are just there. They're telling everyone to wait at the side of the road, and they're almost getting annoyed by the situation, and they seem to be tolerating very little interference. While you're talking, you notice a little hobbit who is walking around. And he almost seems to be a little bit out of place. He's the only hobbit in the crowd that you can see other than James and Christy. And he just seems to be, he's got a handful of bread and cheese which he's sharing with a group of travelers. And you're quite close to it, Edorath.
Yeah.
You're quite close to him, sorry.
I take offense to that.
The what? Sorry.
You refer to him as it. I take offense.
I know. Sorry, I meant like the scene. Yeah. You're quite close to him, and Well, you catch the following phrase. You hear someone say, and you're not sure who. You hear someone say, "I'm glad I went through the Grey Mountain Narrows. That bandit Longo is in the southern roads, and I hear he's been attacking every merchant he encounters." And then you hear the person who he's talking to say, "Longo's no threat. I told that halfling over there about the time I faced a talking spider in the forest. That little halfling just chuckled and told me about a time he was with a group that killed 4 talking spiders. What a storyteller. Small bodies make tall tales, eh?"
Right.
So James and Christy, would they be nearby?
They are not nearby enough to hear that conversation.
Okay.
But they
Can I
may
say that
also-
they're moving there? I suppose they would be hanging around the lady weaving because she's invited them to their place, and I think they're pretty captivated with her. So they've pretty much not fully separated from the party, but they're probably out of reach.
Yeah, that's right. Edorath, you overhear talk of this bandit. You hear the word half orc as well dotted in there at some point too.
Half-orc bandit.
Yeah, and you see actually this hobbit who's walking around. He's got like an air of quiet confidence about him, much like that of a seasoned adventurer.
Go up and introduce myself, and did it said that he was the one telling the stories?
No. You overheard a conversation about a bandit, a bandit called Longo, possibly half orc, and then how someone replied that Longo's no threat. Longo, this bandit's no threat, and he said, he said, "I told that halfling over there," pointing to the hobbit, about the time I faced a talking spider in the forest.
Okay.
And then the hobbit just chuckled and told me about a time he was with a group that killed 4 talking spiders. And when you look over at the little hobbit that they're pointing to, he is kind of strutting around like he's got nothing to prove. He looks like an adventurer. He looks like he's tested his mettle.
I might introduce myself to him and inquire about the talking spiders.
He is. So you approach him, do you? And this hobbit, he's got a large nose, dark hair, a full head of greying curls. He's got a mouthful. You catch him as he's just taken a mouthful of bread and cheese. So he laughs at the awkwardness of the situation. Would you like to say how would you like to greet him?
Well, this is where I can use one of my abilities. I have folklore.
Oh yeah, you have folklore. That's interesting. Yeah, roll folklore, please.
Well, how do I roll it? It's a distinctive feature, but I know essentially what to say and do in most social situations.
Is that an
Oh, yeah,
automatic
for
success,
sure.
or how does that work in 2E again?
I don't know on this
That
one.
actually, I'm not sure about.
I'm happy to roll courtesy. Courtesy, I've already got advantage, but I'm happy to roll it with an extra d6.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds fair. Yeah, roll with an additional. I think that's how it works. Actually, there's. Let me just see. Advantages. Yeah, there you go. You got an advantage. So, yeah, we'll call it an advantage. An additional d6.
Well, the good news is the Eye of Sauron just got eliminated with a 9, and I have succeeded.
All right. And what do you say to Clovis? To this hobbit, I mean.
I'll greet him politely and introduce myself as, and I will use the Edorath Wargslayer.
Yeah.
And was hearing that he had mentioned the talking spiders.
Ah. Well, he swallows his bread and cheese, and he says,
Drag
"Oh
up
yeah,
my greeting so that he does finish his meal. Or it
oh
is,
yeah, yeah." He quickly washes it down with a flagon of not a flagon, sorry, like a flask of some water or something,
yep.
and he smiles and he says, he says, "Greetings. My name is Clovis, and yes, how have you heard about my run-in with the spiders?"
One of the locals mentioned that they had heard tell of a talking spider that was more dangerous than Longo, and that you had said you had helped defeat 4 of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got a bit. I've got. I must. It sounds like I've got a bit of a reputation.
You look
He
like you're
says,
quite capable.
"Yeah." Well, he says, I've had my share of adventuring. I was captured by brigands while traveling to Sarn Ford, and I was lucky to escape with my life. And I'm just a hobbit hoping to go home. But yeah, I'm looking for a caravan to go west.
Okay.
So and you can see he's got deep set lines in his face, hinting at the many troubles he's seen in his life.
Right.
But he looks confident. He looks like he knows who he is. What did you rolled an 18 on your
Let's see.
yeah, 18 on your folklore test, wasn't it? Oh, your courtesy test.
Or folklore
Um,
/ courtesy.
Folklore. That was a folklore, wasn't it? Yeah. Let me
Yeah.
see what this says. You possess some of the dealing with strangers coming.
Look under messenger.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah. The one thing you notice is he's got this. He's wearing a black scabbard, and he's displaying it very openly. It's it immediately catches your eye. It's wrought of black steel, and set with fiery stones. And it looks like he's carrying his long knife. Um, it does look particularly intricate. Looks like, I mean, it's the kind of thing that an adventurer would find.
A very nice scabbard you've got there.
He smiles and he kind of what's the word, like he kind of rubs it, he kind of dusts it off with his hands.
Where did you get that from?
He says, "Oh goodness, this one I found in a barrow," and he says, and he looks. You can almost see his. You can see a change in his face, like as he remembers, he's reminded of the memories that he faced. You almost kind of see like a slight grimace,
Yep.
almost like it's painful to remember. And he kind of shakes his head and says, he changes the subject and says, "So what brings you to Dale?"
Well, 3 of us were headed for the inn nearby when it had been broken into, and the locals and the staff were taken hostage by orcs, and we followed the orcs and have rescued the hostages and brought them here to be treated, because they were most grievously treated by the orcs.
Oh, orcs, you say? What have you heard about orcs?
Well, we killed off a number of orcs and goblins and wargs, but apparently there's some half-orc wandering around causing trouble.
Ah, and he says, "Oh, that's interesting. Sounds like Longo.
That could
Longo
be
is
him.
Longo's been terrorizing these parts for some time now."
Well, he's lost
Uh,
some of his people now.
Interesting. And he kind of thinks for a moment, and he says, "Some travelers I spoke with said these bandits came out of the east. That's just in the upper marches."
It didn't
Uh,
take us long to find the lair.
I wonder. I wonder. Okay. Um, yeah. Well, if you seek this longbow out, I'd say you'd have to start somewhere near along the river there.
Okay. To the east.
Yeah, that, and he's referring to the to the river in the that goes next to the upper marches. Okay, so yeah, you can yeah, okay, so at this stage you can see the horses have come in to the um, they've come to the fallen cart. And there's an announcement. The captain of these guards is shouting, says, "We need every strong body to come and help with this cart." So what they're planning to do is they're shouting. They say, "We need people to lift the cart so that it's lifted off the body of the dwarf, so that the horses can drag the cart off his body without squashing him or mangling him."
Right.
Okay, so you guys, what are you guys going to do? Over to you.
Look, I've got 2 athletics. I'm willing to volunteer.
Yeah, I'll volunteer as well.
Yeah.
I'll say I have a little bit of healing skills.
Yeah.
Could I just throw out there that is it possible that James and Christy could have acquired some, let's just say, explosive fireworks during this conversation? What do I need to do? Because they've been busy. They have idle hands.
Yeah. Okay, so they can have a look around this crowd and maybe interact with a few people, suss out if there's maybe a trader with some fireworks who happens to be stuck. I mean, there's bound to be. This is what Dale's known for, right? So, yeah. Do they want to spend maybe a couple of actions going through the crowd to see if anyone sells?
Totally. Just let me know if you want me to roll anything, or if it's just
maybe roll awareness.
Sure. Just head back to character. Alright. Okay, my awareness TN is 17. It's very high. I'm going to add in hope. So, do I just click on the 6?
Yeah.
Okay. And then can I click inspired? How do I do that? I can click on it, but what grants me access to be inspired?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay. I'll leave it at that. I'll just leave it as 6, and then I'll leave it at that. That's fine. That's all good.
Yeah.
So 17 was so that's a fail.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, you do the rounds. You can, you hear. I mean,
can I describe how they fail quickly?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, please. Yeah, that'd be great.
Essentially, James sees an opportunity to acquire some firecrackers. When I say acquire, it doesn't really entail paying for them. And but when he needs his accomplice, he turns around and he sees Christy is completely sidetracked, and she's busy hackling some food, and she's got a pan out, and she's about to just start a fire right there on the spot in between everybody. She's about to, start her, her brunch.
Yeah.
What time of the day is it?
It's around noon.
Okay, so she's about she's lunch is a knocking, and she's set. She needs to start lunch. So that's the failure. He doesn't actually have his accomplice next to him, and he's not able to acquire these firecrackers.
Yeah.
Talking about hunger, I might go over to Clovis and offer him a swig of wine and a swap with cheese and bread.
Oh yeah, he's happy to do that.
Yeah.
Do you introduce yourself?
As Balagon. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe make a courtesy roll.
Courtesy.
You got.
Oh, okay. I've got nothing there.
That's okay.
I'll roll. A 6.
Oh, I was near an eye of Sauron. Well, he's a little bit bemused by the random approach to trade food for cheese. And
Halfling cheese, after all. Be good.
What, sorry?
Only
Halfling.
elf in the group, in the
Yeah.
crowd.
Yep.
Pardon me, sorry?
Oh, Hobbit cheese should be bread. Or should be good. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So, he's happy to tear you off a little chunk of cheese with a little bit of bread, and he
Yep.
says, "No, don't worry about the wine." He's happy to give you some food, but he looks pretty street smart. He's not willing to take wine, like a drink, from somebody who he doesn't trust.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, okay. So there's a big commotion as they're about to lift the cart. Are you guys going to go join in and help, or are you just going to watch from beside, or are you going to continue mingling in the crowd? What would you like to do?
I'll finish the little bread and cheese and go and help.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a loud. Okay. So the guardsmen all in unison kind of say, "On my mark, 1, 2, 3, lift!" And everyone lifts in unison. It's like a loud, drawn out kind of creaking, as then the cart is drawn off by the guards and a pack of horses or mules. The wait is finally over. People begin to crowd around the gate, waiting for the moment that the doors open. And as the crowd gathers to the trader's gate, this cart is drawn off the old dwarf, and as it kind of lifts up, he's really just got a couple of like minor scratches and bruises, and there's kind of this audible groan from the crowd as they see that like all this wailing was kind of this melodramatic show, and but that's immediately broken by a scream, and it's Kelda. It's this older Dalish lady, and she's screaming as 3 men in hoods are they have their swords drawn, but they're attacking her, trying to take something from her. And
Is James and Christy anywhere near? Could we come to?
Yeah, you're probably the closest. So you turn around. There maybe.
Do I do a preliminary combat roll to see if I get a bonus dice? Because they're ready for combat. There's no discussion. They're attacking this lady, and we've kind of made a friendship. They're messing with the wrong lady. There's no discussions here.
So make an awareness roll.
Is it battle? Do I roll before I?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Roll battle or awareness. Either is.
Yeah. So this is for an additional bonus die. I'll roll. Target number is 14. Okay, so I don't get additional battle die, but I am going into battle here with these guys.
Cool.
So hopefully, can I just say, as I go into battle, we shout for our group, our party.
Cool.
What was that?
The dwarves shout for aid, because not dwarves, the hobbits, because they obviously know they small and they're gonna need aid. They immediately just shout for aid.
Should we roll awareness for that?
No, you'll hear it. There was enough commotion coming from behind you. And
Okay.
Okay, so as you all turn, you see the 2 hobbits, James and Christy. Do you want to describe how you
failed that battle roll?
How you failed that roll?
So yeah, they were so preoccupied with their hustling and wheeling and dealing that they first had to kind of regroup themselves. Because James was sort of got his hand halfway down someone's in their bag trying to loot some fireworks, and Christy's sort of kindling a fire, and she's got her pan out. So they kind of had to regroup So they kind of fumbled, but now they're back together. But they definitely do not have the advantage there.
Yeah. And what they see as they've done that is that Clovis, the other halfling, has jumped in to protect it. He's quickly withdrawn this long dagger, waving it at these three skulking men who've been attacking Kelda, and they flee. So he was actually successful in chasing the attackers away. And they run across the camp of the Easterlings, and then they quickly disappear into some of the trees.
So James and Christy's going to look very puzzled. They kind of like sort of just recovering from their rolls. The pans are flying. They're dropping their bow and their sword, and the whole fray's over. So they're going to be very puzzled, and they're going to be staring at this hobbit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the hobbit is tending to Kelda, who's quite shaken. She seems like he's kind of dusting off her clothes where she'd fallen in the mud. So luckily, she's only suffered small bruises from this aggression. Are you guys going to approach them?
Yep.
James and Christy will, definitely.
Yeah?
Yep.
And where is Edorath at the moment?
Well, I was helping get the card off the guy.
Oh, you're cool. Yeah. So you're seeing those guys off. Yeah, cool. Great.
I think Edorath is having a munch on the side there. If you ask the hobbits, they can smell the food.
Possibly.
I was, when I heard the calling out, was going to grab my spear and join in. I kind of suspect a setup here. Can I observe Clovis and see what he's doing?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's actually helping Kelda at the moment. So she is
helping Kelda, or is his hands going in the wrong places?
No, actually, no. He's no. Well, actually, roll awareness. Roll awareness.
Can I Can I use insight to see why she was attacked?
Oh yeah, for sure. What did you roll there, Jarek? That was 13. I mean, it's not a bad roll. The TN was 14. It's close. Like, you can't see, but you don't get a good look. But there's nothing to make you suspect of any funny business. And Andrew, what did you want to roll? Sorry. Oh, you wanted to speak to Kelda.
Use insight just to see if it tells me if anything about the situation which happened.
Yeah, roll insight, please.
It goes the failure.
Ooh. Well, you're how what were you doing there? How does that play out for you?
I'm just little
Were you asking her or?
Yeah. I'll yeah. You have to think about it.
Yeah. Well, she looks a bit shaken, and you know, you guys are all there with Kelda now, right?
I'm guessing they were after her needle.
So you guys wouldn't know about a needle, just FYI, unless the GM permits that.
Yeah. You guys. Yeah. Only James and Christy at this stage saw the needle.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. That's fine. You can. I mean, she'll say she's open about it though. She says, I don't know why these bandits attacked me. They were grabbing from my pouch, and the only thing of value that I keep there are my tools, a number of needles, the silk and golden threads that I carry in my backpack are much more valuable.
So James and Christy's definitely going to say, like with their streetwise, you know, savvy thing, like just check for that needle. Is your needle still there?
Yeah. She.
Well, I never actually said I was looking for a needle. I was just wondering if it was a setup.
But they will. James and Christy will. They'll chime in with your conversation. They'll definitely chime in and say, just check for that needle. Cause they were mesmerized by it.
Oh, that's needle.
Sewing needle, yeah. the magical sewing needle that made whatever she sewed look like it came alive.
Yep.
Yeah, so she spends a few moments, looking for it, and then she. Let me just double check.
Does Clovis look upset?
Clovis does look concerned. I will come back to the needle in a moment. I'm just
Sure
going to
thing.
double check
Sure
something.
thing.
Clovis does look upset. No, sorry. He looks more concerned, not upset. And he says, "Who was he talking to about the? Who was he talking to with regards to Longo and the?"
Derek, Alderath, or what?
Eldorath.
Yep.
Eldorath. Get it right.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, she. Yeah, he kind of shakes his head and he says, "You adventurers should probably better look for that Longo. This has been going on a little bit too long." And as he finishes saying that, Kelda pulls out the silver needle and says, "Phew." And she says, "Thank you. Yes, I still have it."
Cool. So James and
So the gates-
Christy eye out the needle.
Now I have the needle. They got those sticky fingers. Huh? So funny. Yeah. They say, and other people that are passing you guys, they also hear the word Longo, and they say, "Oh, I've heard that name a lot." And someone else says, "Oh, I've heard a rumor about him being an Easterling." And someone else says, "I've heard about being a half-orc." And yeah, it's yeah. There's someone else who says, a lady called Catan walks past and says, "My name is Catan. I represent some of the merchants. I couldn't help but overhearing your conversation, and I'm sure I could persuade many merchants to pay you a reward if you could deal with this threat of Longo."
So James and Christy immediately just ask, sort of, could you elaborate on reward? Because the devil's in the details.
Oh, she says she doesn't know. She's I don't want to speak on anyone's behalf, but she says, "Oh, I could definitely make it worth your while."
Well, they'll probably respond saying, we'll take your offer. Normally we don't do business like this, but we plan on helping her anyway, so that's a deal.
Yeah, so she says, "Look, we don't. There's plenty of gold here, but let me just put it like this: the more precious things are the treasures that we hold in Dale, and I'm sure we could make it worth your while."
So James and Chris is obviously speaking on their own behalf. The rest of the guys must decide if they want to accept this deal.
Taking it
Guys,
long.
can we just take a 2-minute bio
Yes,
break,
please. That sounds great.
and maybe 5 minutes to grab a cup of tea,
Cool.
some water.
Catch you guys in a bit.
Okay.
Yep.
You there?
I'm back.
Oh, sorry, I'm back. Hello.
Yep, I'm back.
Oh, we're all back?
Yeah.
Is Mike back?
Don't know. Can't hear him.
Not yet.
Is Brett back?
He's not back.
Now, the three guys who tried to
Mug?
steal the needle, what did they look like?
They looked like men. Let me see. Let me go back to the page.
Okay.
Yeah, they were like three men.
Yep.
They were dressed for traveling, like they had like boots, cloaks, and
Yep.
one of them was wearing a kind of like a battered helm.
Okay.
Yeah, three of them, boots, cloaks. One was wearing a battered helm.
Okay. Do you want me to roll awareness or something? Was there anything else which my eye caught?
Yeah, you
About
can roll
these
awareness.
Yep.
What was that? A 17.
Yep.
So I mean, you had a fairly clear view, and it looked like a scuffle. They did what you saw was they weren't trying to kill her or hurt her, but they were grabbing her. They were like grabbing her pouch.
Yep.
They were like grabbing they were trying to take her things.
Yep. I've seen this like something like that in real life when I was with my parents and we visited Rome
Oh wow.
and
No way.
yeah, and it happened at the central railway station, and
Mhm.
apparently that's renowned for thieves and grab what they can.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you saw that yourself, did you?
Well, they went for my mum.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
and tried to pinch her purse, and my dad actually got his wallet taken. That we recovered it in the situation. They weren't so good.
Wow.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, I've been pickpocketed once. It's awful. It's
Yeah.
such an invasion of your privacy.
Well,
Personally.
at the time we went with cash because it wasn't there weren't so many cards around, and he had about $2,000 in his wallet.
Yeah.
So
Gosh.
yeah, if they
That's
got away
awful.
with it, if they got away with it, it would have been how we would have to live off the the Visa card.
We've
or
done,
something.
yeah.
Travel insurance would not have been
Yeah.
happy with you.
Yes.
Yeah, traveler's checks. Gosh. Yeah, goodness. Did I hear Mike back?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
back.
Hello.
Alright.
Um,
I got a question.
yes.
Were they trying to use the moving of the card as a distraction so that they could get to her?
Yes. It seemed that way, yeah. Well, you don't know for sure. That's just how it timed. Like there was a lot of commotion, and then that was when there was less attention on them. Everyone's attention was diverted to the cart being dragged off.
Yeah, it just seemed a little odd that there's a lot of people, there's a lot of guards. That doesn't seem like the most necessarily opportune time to try and rob someone.
Yeah, yeah. It does seem strange.
Yep.
It does seem strange. Yeah. So the gate is open now, and
Can James and
Yeah,
Christy
you-
go through to that lady's house? She did invite them.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we
you can.
you can escort her to her home.
oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just
Yep.
open up the next map.
I'm gonna do something possibly
Did you guys see that?
But,
Sliding.
black. It's black at the moment.
88%.
Yeah,
Oh, it's loading.
Yeah, loading.
I might split the party. They seem to have forgotten the reason we came here in the first place.
What was that?
But she's got cake.
There will be time to do all the things that I
need to.
suspect. There will be time for you to do. You can look at these as side quests. You'll have time to do it all.
And we can also have a good discussion between our party members if that's something, if there's a concern. Like our characters can always engage each other, which is something we haven't done
that's
much.
true.
So
The halflings will be distracted like cats with a ball of string on a
Yes.
regular basis. They want to follow the woman with cake. Yeah, I get that. And
Yep.
some odd thing about stitching, that's fine. But my main thing at this point is reporting what's happened.
is your character chatting to the hobbits right now, or is this out of character?
Out of character.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like to discuss with the hobbits?
Oh, look, I'm happy to let them wander off,
Okay.
and I've
Well,
got an idea where she is, don't I, Andalib?
I missed what you said. Sorry. You know where?
Do I know where her shop is?
Yeah, I think she told James and Christy the location of her shop. Yeah, she did. She said it was in the old quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
So
Just
James
double
and Christy
check.
will be sure to divulge that when they leave. They'll just say, "Hey guys, we're heading off this route, this direction."
Well, I'm going to report in about the orcs and the people we rescued and go from there.
Yeah. Now let me just.
Do we know where to meet up? Once we've done our little side quest.
Can James and Christy suggest that you guys meet them at this lady's house, because they probably don't plan on leaving until you guys arrive.
Now,
Okay.
guys, I'm going to show you this. This should hopefully come up on the map. Can you see that? Or
Map's still
Can you
black
see-
on my side.
Black on
It's
my side.
Back here.
oh, really? That's annoying. The map is black. I have to.
That's
sorry,
That's a title of a I don't know, an album.
accessibility.
Map-
You should be able
map
to
is
see
black.
it now. Can you see that now?
Not only token with vision in this scene.
So you probably have to drop our
Um,
tokens into the scene.
Oh, right. Token vision. If disabled, the whole scene is visible. Okay, sorry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, can you see that now?
Yep.
City of Dale.
Yeah, City of Dale. Yeah. And I'm just over here, there should be a little icon, which is clickable. Should be Kelda's shop.
Okay. What number?
20. Do you guys see that?
Old quarter,
What is
20.
the old-
I see 20.
That
There's
shows
no
it all.
icon to be clickable though.
What about now?
No. Is this
No?
your card? Says a magician. No, wait. Is this your card?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I could show to all. Change permissions to observer. Show to all. There we go. It says showing Kelda's shop to all players.
I don't see anything.
No?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Okay, I'll have to figure that out later. Okay, well, anyway, it's at number 20.
Cool.
Somewhere in that area. Okay, so if you, so yeah, you can split the party if you like. I'll.
I'll meet you at the lady's shop.
Cool.
One thing I'll say before the party splits is, don't forget there was a big festival to celebrate the Battle of the Five Armies. Which is what you were going to. So there are flags all over the street. The mood is generally quite uplifted. There's a little. It's maybe slightly more subdued because of these. People are a little bit paranoid about these attacks from long ago. So there does seem to be a slight air of paranoia in the air. But for the most part, everyone's quite excited.
Is there
And,
just a reminder about the New Year's?
Yeah. Sorry, just out of game. How did you want to play that out? Did you want to have like some New Year's festivities?
Yeah. Just if you ever played Lord of the Rings online, they would have festivals in different areas. So they would
cool.
celebrate festivity. So towns, just like our cities and towns, would acknowledge and recognize festivity. So maybe there's a festive vibe. That's all. Just a narrative environment description. That's about it.
Okay, so yeah, there are multicolored flags, like red, to represent all the different peoples who live in Dale, and particularly representing the colors of the 5 armies who fought. And yeah, you hear talk about a huge fireworks display in the evening. Yeah, there's like at the town square at number 9, right in the middle. There's lots of festivities happening. There's like bobbing for apples. There's like beer gardens, lots of food stalls, archery competitions, music competitions, variety shows. Yeah, everything's happening. There's like a whole itinerary in the middle of the town square, which you are very welcome to be a part of, especially as outsiders. To Dale, you'd be most welcome to bring news of abroad.
Cool.
I want to talk to that official.
Yeah.
Do we need to further report any more details of this orc attack, or have they got enough?
You can do. You could. Well, what do you say to the official?
I'm asking him. Look, we've rescued the people. Do you guys need more information from us, or are we done for the moment?
He says, "Well, if you wish to, report this, well, you can't speak to King Bard. He's on official business, but you could speak to Lord Hakon."
Where would I find him?
He is at the Royal Palace, which is 14. Yeah, which is here.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Royal Palace.
Yes, you're going to go to the
shop.
Okay. Now, who's going to the Royal Palace? Are we splitting the party here, or?
Yeah,
we'll give. What I'll do with this, so if we're going to split the party, I want to make sure we give equal airtime to everybody. So I'll break it up into scenes, if that's okay. So we'll do a series of rolls for one scene and then a series of rolls for another scene. Is that okay?
Sounds great.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, cool. All right, so who's going to the Royal Palace?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Hang on, I thought you were going to the shop.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the shop.
Okay.
Escorting
Okay,
the
so
lady.
Edorath is taking on the responsibility of reporting this to the city officials. So you're received by one of the advisors instead.
Yep.
And you're told that this is by one of the officials who greets you in the reception, and in the foyer I don't know what the foyer is of the palace. That King Bard leaves all matters concerning public order in the hands of other courtiers. And
Lord Hakon?
well, enter Lord Hakon now. He walks in as you're speaking to this.
I'm going to use my courtesy and my folklore to greet him politely and correctly.
Yeah.
And advise that we had rescued people from the orcs that attacked the inn to the south.
Yeah, make a roll, please.
Okay. So I'm going to give myself a bonus die because it's folklore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's favored. And come on.
What did you roll? Let me see.
Badly.
Not terribly.
Yeah, just by
You
one.
do. You say all. So yeah, actually describe how that plays out. I think you only failed. What was your TN for that, by the way?
15.
Oh,
I missed
15.
it by 1.
That's not bad. Okay, so yeah, you can describe how that played out.
I've probably rushed it. I'm nervous. This lord's come out and it's just, oh crap, He
looks somber. He looks very somber, and he's a somber nobleman, very sallow-faced character.
Yeah, well, I spoke probably a little too quickly. Just giving him all these facts, and he'll probably interject when he's ready or stop me sooner.
Well, he's listening very impatiently to what you have to say. He does not seem interested at all. In fact, he's flicking through a book which seems to have some kind of ledger in it. And
did I mention the orcs that attacked the inn?
Says yes, yes, yes. And who are these orcs? What do you know of these orcs?
I will give him descriptions of the orcs and where they were, and the fact that they had the prisoners and that we'd rescued them, and the prisoners are being treated by an official that was at the front gate.
Says very well, and he almost without acknowledgement, he says that. Now, bear with me just a second. No. Yeah. So he says he just very, what's the word, dismissively says the guards will intervene at their earliest convenience, and then he kind of walks off again.
I will say thank you, my lord.
Without thank.
Bow to him and head for the east side of town and the lady's shop, mumbling something about bureaucrats that don't pay attention.
he is definitely one of those. That was the very strong vibe, the very strong impression that he left with you. Okay, so you're making your way across the city. Are you traveling through the square by any chance, or are you going to cut across?
Just looking at this, I'm going straight across number 9.
Yeah, you'll have to go around the outskirts, but yeah, you can go through the square.
And then it looks like you go across. There's a road leading to a bridge over the water that's just south of 20.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I will go through the square. So I might end up getting cheered up or distracted.
Can I throw in some decorative description that you might see some hobbits that look like James and Christy, enjoying the festivity, but you couldn't really make out that it was them, because you're convinced that they're at this lady's house. But there's 2 hobbits that catch the corner of your eye. We don't get a good glimpse of them. But they seem to be devouring food and having a party, but they're moving really fast. You can't get a good look at them.
We're everywhere.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's very funny. Yeah, Dale's a really interesting city. Because I think part of it was destroyed, wasn't it? It was
Totally destroyed.
It's a stone city traversed by water, and it has magnificent sculptures, beautiful fountains, quiet pools.
Now didn't destroy, the fire, I believe, did. Well,
yeah.
And they built a new city because Malgs got the greed, the gold fever.
Dragon fever.
Yeah.
Dragon fever.
And, sorry, dragon sickness. My bad.
And so I believe what we did with Tom was that Dale was built anew, a short distance away from, and you can see the bones of the dragon in the distance.
In the distance.
But people go out to it, I think, to retrieve stuff. But you've got to overcome the shadow sickness of the
dragon.
Yeah, the bones of the dragon are closer to Lake Town, I believe. But yeah, you should be able to see them off in the horizon from Dale. The two cities are fairly close. Now, who's in the eastern quarter? Who's at this 20?
Balagon.
Yeah.
He's going to escort the lady, and he'll be rather suspicious of anything happening.
Yeah.
Bad things, because I just have a feeling that she some reason somebody wants to rob her.
Yeah. Roll awareness, please.
Okay. Give a second.
Oh, 15, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let me just swap books here. Sorry, it was in the descriptive bit. Okay. You do see a man with a face that conveys some sort of dubious intention.
Okay.
And it looks familiar. You see him wearing a battered helm.
Okay.
Can I add that you see James and Christy just join you
Yep.
while
Yep.
wiping some food and festivity in streamers from their hair?
Yep. I'll walk straight at him, looking business-wise.
Yeah, he looks up at you, scowls, turns away, and runs into the crowd. So you can chase him. Now, if you choose to chase him, this is a prolonged action.
No, I won't chase him. I'll turn to the James and the
Christy.
other halfling. I've forgotten her name.
Christy.
Christy. And say, look after the woman, and I won't run after the guy, but I will start to walk in the direction he ran.
So
from.
they grab your hand, both of them grab your hand at the same time, and they look at you saying, don't you think we'll be better at that?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, and they scurry off, and they kind of vanish.
And I'll say that there's a guy with a
They say,
battered
it's all
helm."
good, we got it, and they run.
Yep. Cool.
They are on top form. They're fumbling buffoons, but when you need them, they are extremely efficient.
Um,
How it works in eating.
in eating, did you say?
Efficient at eating?
Well, Christy went to get something to eat, which totally botched finding the right trader.
Yeah. I also asked the old lady that we should quickly go to your shop because there are people who want to rob you.
Yeah. Okay.
You might be
Well,
in some sort of danger.
Yeah, she's extremely grateful, and so do you. So I'll quickly run through this, Andrew, and then we'll run through this chase. So she's very grateful, and so you're gonna escort her to your shop,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And it looks like
she
I
says-
get the cake.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, you get the cake. Yeah, like she invites you. She says, "Thank you so much. I would please come in, have some tea, have some cake." And
James and Christy are not going to be pleased.
yeah.
I'll save some.
And
Oh,
then,
you know them well enough. You know them well enough.
Yeah.
Are James and Christy gonna also come in as well?
No, they're pursuing this sucker.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll come to that in a second then. So you're inside with Kelda, and she's giving you some tea and cake. So this let's just change the scene to James and Christy.
Yep.
Okay, so this chase can be resolved as a prolonged action. So you need
Yep.
to roll 5 successful rolls of athletics. Now, just a heads up, it's quite a severe difficulty because this dude is fast and the streets are crowded. So you have to, it's 5 successive rolls of athletics. The high TN. I'm not going to say what the TN is.
Okay.
Oh no! I'll tell you. Sorry, no.
So is that my athletics TN or how does
No,
that work?
it's actually a severe difficulty. So it's TN 18. Now,
And I have to. There are 5 chances to meet this, or do I have to meet it 5 times? Because generally prolonged, you have 5 turns to do it, but every time you fail, a negative effect happens. But after 5 turns, then it concludes. Is that how you're running it?
Yeah, kind of. You
5
so you have
opportunities?
it has to be 5 successful rolls. Now, if you fail a
5
roll,
successful. So okay, I have to have.
yeah.
Okay, I have to
Now,
get 5
but-
successful rolls, not 5 turns to get a success.
5 successful severe difficulties. Let me just double check.
Or it can be 5, but I have 10 turns. What's the threshold? Is the threshold 5 to land 1, or is there a threshold of 10 to land 5?
Yeah, sorry, let me just double check that. I think the way that it works is if you fail one roll, you have to pass. So this guy will gain ground.
So yeah, so in
right.
one E,
Then,
in one E,
yeah, so
each time you fail, a negative effect happens, and there's like
Yeah.
a cap. So you'll something on negative will happen, but you're still in the fight.
This one has specific rules.
Yeah.
So you have to. So if you fail a roll, you have to spend your next success catching up. But if you fail 2 rolls in a row, then you lose sight and you're out of the chase.
Okay. But I
Meanwhile,
must just
if
get
you
5
roll-
in total.
Yeah. So you just got to get 5 in total without rolling 2 fails in a row,
Okay.
or an Eye of Sauron.
Okay. Cool. So.
Okay, so you want to make those.
Yeah.
So there's a TN 18.
Spending hope. Ready, steady. Go.
Yeah.
No. Fail.
Ooh. So roll again, please.
I'll spend hope. Roll. This is really hard.
It is really hard.
And there's the eye. Fail.
Oh,
Game.
oh.
So can I describe that?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So basically, the hobbits are flying through the market, like literally almost Assassin's Creed. Like they just running on walls, doing borderline parkour. Like parkour probably looks looks tame compared to what these 2 little hobbits are doing, and their feet are slapping the floor. But as they barely touch the ground, and it almost looks like they're running in air, and. But Christie's neck gets caught in a streamer, but severely, not just temporarily caught, that she is suspended and she's choking, and James has to turn around and cut her loose, and they lose their mark.
Yeah. 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 That one, hand on forehead, is designed to be. It's designed to be a hard encounter.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's a hard one to get. Okay, what are James and Christie going to do now?
Oh, they'll make their way back. Is there anything I can do to glean anything off this guy because he's gone? Is there anything he maybe have dropped? Can I just do a quick check for a scan, to see if he dropped anything?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. You can do a scan.
All right. Let me see there. Where is scan? Scans there. I don't have a lot in. I'm spending hope like it's going out of fashion here, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh.
Nope.
No, nothing. I'm afraid.
Okay. So they'll just head back for some cake.
Yeah, he did have pretty distinctive features. Like you're sure you'd recognize him again, and he always wears that stupid helm as well.
Okay.
This battered helm probably does nothing for him. Probably just like a fashion statement. Okay, so you guys are all back, and where is Edorath at this stage?
Edorath?
Oh, did we lose Edorath? Mike?
I had the thing on mute.
Sorry.
I walked straight into the market square.
Oh, okay. Yeah, lots of festivities at the moment. Everyone's gearing up for the big fireworks display tonight. Lots of festivities, lots of food, lots of drink. There's acrobats, jesters. There's an archery competition happening. There's arm wrestling. There's song and dance. Kids are playing, firing off little firecrackers. Some of them have these little wind-up dragonflies that are like buzzing through the air for a short time. Really cool stuff. Like a display of toy makers. All the famous crafters and sellers have a stall in this market town. It's the peak of the festival season.
Well, Edorath has no money.
Okay.
I have
Well,
zero.
you could win some.
Or you can speak to James and Christie. They can help you out.
They can they can arrange something.
I'm not sure I want to know how. And I'm making a T for time out to say that is Michael. However, is there something involving spears?
Yes, there is a spear throwing competition by chance. How fortuitous!
Woohoo! All right.
It's immediately after the archery competition.
Yep. Or right next to it.
Or you enter with your spear.
Yeah. Why not?
And my axe.
Exactly.
And my spear,
And your spear.
which I've just thrown away. Whoops. Yeah, I'm happy to go into a spear throwing comp and see how I do.
Okay, cool, go for it. So, you're called up, they announce all the names. There is, yeah, there's a few different names. There's one guy, he walks in, and he's just got like one massive, like he's the favorite. And he's just got this one massively over-exercised arm. It's this huge, and he's like, "This is my spear hand." And he gets called up first. And I'm gonna have to. I can't do. I'm gonna have to do a custom roll here. So I'm rolling just my own dice with 2 success dice, and he gets called up first. He rolls. That's a 4, 5, and 3. So that's 9, 12. So his first. Yeah. See if you can beat that, please. You want to make your first attack roll? A couple of the other guys. There's a couple of other competitors from the crowd, but they're just like some guys, like with dad bods who are just in it for a laugh to show off to their families and their kids.
I make a roll on spears. It's
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
Make a spear roll, please. Ooh, spicy. What was that? 14. Okay, so this one you win. You win the first round. And the crowd cheers in your favor. So let's go for the second round.
How many rounds are there?
I'm gonna roll for these other 2 as well. I'm just gonna roll them all at once. Let's see what they get. Hang on. Oh, okay. So that's a 5, 5, and a Gandalf rune. So the second round, he absolutely smashes. It's not quite a bullseye, but it's pretty close. So he's rolled a Gandalf rune. So that's a 12. There's a 22. And there's a 1 and a 4 on the other dice. Okay, so take your turn, please, Edorath.
How many rounds do I think there are? Is it just until somebody...
It's three rounds.
Can I use some hope?
Yeah, sure you can.
Alright, so that's... What does hope do? Oh, is that...
Well, an additional D6, I think, isn't it? Before, if you call it before the roll.
I have called it before the roll. Hope, bonus die, D6.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm gonna actually salute his throw. He's obviously done an excellent throw, so I didn't take honorable, I took true-hearted. So I'm acknowledging that, damn, that was a good throw. And then I will do mine.
Ooh.
Oh,
He's got it. That second round, he's got it. It was a good time to have a bad roll on because he did have a Gandalf rune, so that would have been hard to beat.
Yep.
Okay, round 3. The final round, winner takes all. So the first the first guy rolls an Eye of Sauron, so he's out. He hits someone in the crowd.
Oh.
Next one rolls an 8. He's like just in the foot. It's like it's okay. They get pulled off in a stretcher. Medic. And then the dude rolls a 4, a 6, that's 10, and a 12. So not a great roll. So Edorath, you're up. Throw that spear, please. There's blood pouring out of this poor bystander's foot.
Gonna go for hope again and just see if I can beat him.
Yeah. It's the dwarf who was trapped under the minecart. Oh, 18. Yeah, you smashed it.
The dice knocked the D12 from a 6 to a 10.
Nice. That
I'm
was
still
great.
laughing
Yeah,
at
good
that
roll.
dwarf.
The dwarf? Yeah, it just happens to be that guy.
It just happens to be.
This is in the wrong place.
That is
time,
that is
man.
awesome.
Having a
Yeah.
bad day.
Yeah, it's a bit... yeah.
Just a complete aside, there was a really silly movie with Martin Short, and he's the unluckiest man in the world. How do you think he's the unluckiest man in the world? He's been struck by lightning twice. So,
Oh,
second time was in a crowded cinema.
What?
I get it.
Sorry.
I do love Martin Short, by the way.
He's a damn good.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, Inner Space was a beautiful movie. I love that movie. Right, well, the crowd goes wild. You were the underdog, and you knocked out Eric the Strong, known for his lopsided strength. And he kind of slinks off, mutters something under his breath about possible doping, and yeah, he's not.
What drug are you using? You probably
Yeah, that's right. All that athalas. It must be. All right, yeah, well done. So the camera pans back to James, Christy, and Belagon. What are you guys doing? You're
Eating
currently
cake.
with Kelda.
Eating
You're eating
cake.
cake.
Yeah, they are zealously just eating cake, making up for lost time. It's almost like they've been hard done by. They've got like FOMO.
Well, you're having a really pleasant chat, and Kelda is so grateful, and she noticed James and Christie's interest in firecrackers and fireworks and these little toys, that she has been telling you all about the fabled toy market of Dale, which is on the first Monday and Thursday of each month.
What day is it right now?
Well, because today's the festival, they're all there anyway.
Okay, great.
So there's a big toy market here.
They definitely gonna want to go there afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. It's like she describes it as a wondrous playground that attracts merchants from all across Wilderland and far beyond. And this is where the famed dwarf artisans, many of whom seldom visit the marketplace in person, are actually on hand bearing their finest creations to compete with their fellow craftsmen and see the joy their work brings to children in person.
Cool. Great. So James and Chrissy expressed that they'll definitely want to go there afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
With cake in their cheeks, they're like kind of talking with their mouths full, and they're talking to each other. You guys probably don't understand any word, but they seem to understand each other while talking with a mouthful. It seems to be a frequent thing, and they understand the lingo completely.
Is that like twin speak?
Yeah. These hobbits, they constantly got food in their mouth, so it's a common occurrence. They've learned to adapt.
There's a common feature amongst twins that they will speak their own language.
Oh, that's cool. I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, these two aren't twins, but that's fascinating, man.
No, there was a movie with I can't think of her name, famous actress, and I totally can't think of it. And she hiding in a building because her twin sister got killed, but people struggled to understand what she was saying. But she and the sister had created a language, and apparently that's actually quite common amongst twins.
Yeah, we did.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that. It's very interesting. Yeah, guys. By the way, it's 10 p.m. Because it's holiday time, I'm happy to go later than I normally would, but I wanted to check in with everybody else.
Hey man,
what's
I'm just
time that
chilling.
everyone?
I'm just chilling, painting miniatures. You carry on, my man. From my side,
cool.
at least from my side.
Yeah. How
How
about Andrew and Mike? Are you guys happy? What's a good time for you guys to finish at?
Keep going. I'm in the middle of holidays. I've got another week off.
Oh, great. Yeah, me too.
I've
good.
got Sunday. I can go to bed at 12 or so. We could go on for hours.
Oh, cool.
But, yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, awesome.
But being practical, where are we staying in Dale?
Oh, it's up to you guys. Whatever you like. I can name some of the. I can. Name some
James and Christie. Balagon doesn't have much money either.
So they look at each other and they just wink. And they laugh. They kind of chuckle and point at you and they laugh. Like they like what are you thinking?
Oh, good. And how much does Alderath win?
Or what does Edorath win?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting thing.
We forgot all about it. Yeah.
Did he possibly win a better spear? Is that too bold?
No, that's not bold. Look, I'm just getting my thing out. Hang on. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Sorry, just pulling out my book from under a TV. Right.
Well, you're using your Lord of the Rings books as a TV stand, like just to balance out your TV stand.
No, I've got a really small TV left on.
Using it as a doorstop. Nice.
No, I know I shouldn't do it to that. My room is a mess. Now, treasure tables. Not tainted treasure. I'll have to look at. Oh, you know what? I'm not actually looking at the wrong book. Should be looking at the second edition.
Treasure, I think's in Elves. In first edition's Elves. I don't know where it is in second edition, but in the Elves.
In where? Sorry, in Elves.
Yeah. So that's Rivendell.
Oh, in Rivendell.
That's got treasure.
Second. Let me see if I've got it.
That's first edition. First edition's book.
I'll look up in second edition, see if I've got it. Treasure tables.
I have a feeling there is something in here somewhere.
Index. The treasure. There we go. The treasure index.
Hey man, I watched Vanilla Ice live.
Oh. Oh, no way. Wow, that's like back in the day, man. Okay. Oh, this is designing your own equipment. I was hoping there would be a treasure table or something.
So first edition.
You can make a choice, Edirath, of a Clockwork Dragonfly, a set of 5 firecrackers, or 1 large firework.
Wow. The 2 temporary items or a permanent. I like the first one. Clockwork Dragonfly.
And in the back, somehow you just hear a groan. It sounds like 2 hobbits weeping in the background.
Sorry.
It is pretty cool. They hand it to you in an ornately carved wooden box with some brass hinges, and the brass hinges have a mechanism which has like a really nice snap to it, and it's carved in. You feel like the box is carved. It has like almost elvish designs in it, but then the mechanics and the little dragonfly itself is dwarvish. It's a really interesting marrying of the two cultures in this one toy. It seems quite special.
Okay. Well, I will salute the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And
crowd roars with applause.
Woohoo! And I guess continue east.
Okay, so you're going to Kelda's shop, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Kelda, meanwhile, is talking to the 2 hobbits and Belagon.
Yep.
And the cake is finished and the tea is finished. And she's saying she thanks you again. And as Edirath walks into the shop, she thanks you all very sincerely, and says, "It's been a very traumatic day for me. I'm going to retire to my room. Please, you're always welcome to come to my shop whenever we're open again. I just have one request before you leave. If you could let the guards know about what has happened and ask them if they could watch over my house.
Okay.
Yeah, while for the next little while.
Do you reckon we should do it ourselves? guys.
Well, the James and Christy said, "Hey, listen, if it comes down to expenses, we've already been somewhat hired." So,
Well,
we'll-
we were to go after Longo.
Yep. I'm just wondering if we should hang around here for a little while.
It's 5 o'clock at the moment, so
Yep.
It'll be
yeah.
fun, right? And hey, look what I got. I'm gonna bring out the dragonfly.
Do you want to describe what it does?
Well, I think you wind it up and it flies.
Yeah.
James and Christy ask, "Is that all?"
Now you can describe how it flies.
Well,
Yeah.
it's got two sets of 2 wings, and you wind it up, and they hover up to speed, and it lifts up and maneuvers around and catches the air currents.
So James and Christy, yeah.
It doesn't stay up for very long, and it was this or the temporary fireworks, and then notice the down looks from the 2 halflings.
But you'd be surprised. They seem quite captivated by your. It's a dragonfly, right?
It's a Clockwork Dragonfly, and it
Yes.
looks
They,
lovely.
Yeah, they're looking at it as if they're seeing hidden potential in it, as if they could, use this as some sort of distraction in the future.
Right. Where did my dragonfly box go?
Well, I don't know. It could be anywhere.
Yeah, I got into a spear throwing competition and I won.
Cool.
Good.
So James and
it's
Christy are
pretty
eyeing
cool.
it out. They actually asked you to hold it, and they're having a
There
look at it.
There are traders in the marketplace. If you want to go to the marketplace, back to the market, or were you guys? Did you guys see those bandits again?
Yes, we did. Yep.
Right.
We'll fill you in what happened.
Well, we can go to the guards and warn the guards, and then come back here later after the fireworks.
So James and
Well,
Christy's
Elda hears that, and she says, "Oh, you saw those guys again? Could you maybe check on me in the morning?"
James and Christy, they were hired to find. Is it Longo, right? Longo.
Yeah.
It's the
And
bandit.
is there suspicion they're going to probably chat? This will be in character. The hobbits are just discussing with the rest of you guys. Like, do you think Longo is linked to this? Attempted muggery. Like, should they hang around her, protect her?
I mean, well, I'm happy to come back and protect her, but what are they after?
Clearly, this needle. It's obviously the target. Like, no brainer. This is the target.
Yep. Okay.
Well, Longo's been raiding people that come and go from Dale. What's his reason for wanting this needle?
Well, that's the discussion. Do we think this is Longo? It seems like he's got quite a reputation. Yeah, this might be Longo. So we've been kind of James and Christy's been hired, and they kind of want to keep an eye on this lady.
I
So-
said yes to the guild person that said go after him, and I'm happy to start that tomorrow. But why don't we go and celebrate and come back and check on her after the fireworks? But
James and
and-
Christy pass on that, and they said they've already been to the celebrations.
thought I saw you.
How about we stay with the old woman, because it's starting to be held to
Ask
get
her to leave, has
a, because we don't have a place to stay. It's starting to be hard to get her in.
Can we ask her if we can stay and offer our services? And obviously, this is just the hobbits and anyone else that wants to join. The
Yep.
rest of you guys can step out and go solo. It's obviously we're not speaking for everyone. We're speaking for ourselves.
Yep.
Her shop is
Right.
well. This is really just her shop. She only has really space for one bed, and so she's she very politely declines your offer, and says no. I think thank you so much. I really appreciate it. She's very courteous, but she politely declines. And says, yeah, I think I've had enough excitement for one day. I think I just need a little bit of peace and quiet, and I think I'll be fine in the morning.
Okay, the hobbits shrug their shoulders and kind of look surprised. Okay, it's like they know better.
Place where we can stay.
Oh yeah, there's lots of places. Let me just find out the name of some of these inns. What's it called? You know. Not the water house, the nest.
The missing scale.
Is it the missing scale? Yeah, it might be.
Number 10.
Oh yeah, it
Thank
is.
you.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Yeah, it is the missing scale. It's an impressively large oak and stone inn. The shingle out the front features a golden red pattern of dragon scales, with one at the center conspicuously black. Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's actually really well known around Dale, and rooms fit for a king. Peerless wine.
Well, first up, we need to alert the guards that somebody tried to steal from the seamstress, Kelda.
Yep.
So can we find local guards?
Yeah.
And alert them? And
Yeah.
see if they even remotely pay any attention?
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna walk towards the missing scale and talk to a guard along the way.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So you find one of the guards on watch, on duty, and what do you say to them?
Excuse me, good sir. My name is Edarath, and we were assisting Kelda, the seamstress. Somebody tried to rob her twice today, and she is concerned and would like a guard to look over her store during the night if possible.
Oh, and he shakes his head and he says, "It's a bloody Longo again." And,
Why would you assume longer?
it has Longo. Longo and his bandits have been terrorizing anyone who's been coming in or out of Dale for weeks and months now.
Is
He's
that not
got
in Dale?
around Dale. He doesn't. Well, we don't know. There's rumors that he might even be inside Dale. We have no idea who he is. We don't know where he conducts his operations from, but he's a terror to merchants. Oh, did we lose somebody?
I'm still here.
Oh, we lost Andrew.
He'll come back.
He'll come back. Yeah, so Longo's a name of ill repute in Dale,
Obviously.
and the lands surrounding it. And he says, gosh, you know, we've got so many people to guard, but yeah, he's like, yeah, thank you, I'll do what I can.
Thank you. All right. Ask him. Will we likely to get sleeping space at the inn?
Oh, it's a busy night. Yeah,
Kale?
you can try. He says, yeah, you could try.
All right.
He says, yeah, in the missing scale, it's the biggest tavern. If you're gonna have any luck, that's where you'll find it.
Thank you.
I have a technical problem, AJ.
Yeah.
Somehow I've got out of the foundry.
Yeah.
And it won't let me in because
Still in.
Are you still logged in?
Yep. I'm still logged
Oh,
in.
you're still logged in. Okay, let me
Yep.
see if I can kick you. Oh, I don't want to ban. Let me just kick.
Yep.
Well, that's what you get for asking for help.
Yes. Ban me
Okay,
off.
okay, try now.
Yep. It's working.
Okay, great. Yeah. Ban. No, just kidding.
All right. Make our way to the missing scale, which incidentally puts us at the south end of the marketplace.
Yeah, it sure does. And it is buzzing tonight. This place, there's music, music, jesters, people are getting some pre-session drinks in. Yeah, it's like dancing. The fire is raging. Yeah, it's a really good vibe. Beautiful atmosphere. Yeah, everyone's left their worries at the door, and yeah, they're getting ready for a really fun night of festivities.
Can I say that the hobbits where are we at the gate at the moment? Are we close to number 9, or where are we?
You're at 10, sorry.
At 10. Okay, so
That's the missing scale.
all right.
That's the inn, so we're just right on the edge of the marketplace.
All right, so we're not inside the inn yet. We're just talking to people, the guards outside.
Well,
You met a guard along the way, and now you're inside the inn.
okay. I'm going to talk to the innkeeper and
Yeah.
courteous and greet him nicely and see if he's got some sort of room or stables to the side if necessary.
Yeah, his name is Innkeeper Druckboard, and he's really he seems to be he's in great spirits, very very proud man, very proud of his inn, and he says yes of course you've come to the right place. He says how many rooms?
No.
Oh, we've lost your voice there.
Oh, hello, testing.
Did you
Am I
hear
back?
me? Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, am I back?
Kind of faltered there.
How is it now? Is my voice okay now?
No,
Just-
it
it's
wasn't
fine.
yours. It wasn't yours. It was the other mic.
Yeah, it was Mike's
Sorry.
voice.
But it's
much
back
better,
now. It's
yeah.
back now.
Well, I stopped because Eridat does not look like he's a wealthy man. But I will say one room at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Let me see. What's the current board at an inn? Let me look up this. Oh.
Hang on a minute. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
We just have a toilet break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
sure.
good.
Go for it. Yeah. Let me have a quick peek.
So we'll all have to check our standard of living to see if we can afford this.
Yeah, I was going to say that actually. Standard of living is where it would be, right?
Yeah.
That's creating a hero. Standard of living.
Yeah,
It
so
depends
all
on
our
your-
characters will have a standard of living, but it's
Okay.
just standard of living should determine if you can afford it in or not. Hopefully they can give a brief description. I think
Yeah.
the previous version they did give you an idea of what you can afford, what you can't.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Standard of living. So we've got 2 hobbits, a ranger, and an elf. Is it? No. Sorry, hang on. Let me get the character sheets up. Yeah, Belagon is an elf, right? Yeah, he's an elf. Oh, he's frugal.
What's
Common.
the hobbits at?
Common.
Yeah, we should afford it. Hopefully.
Yeah, that should be fine. He'll find some hobbit rooms that you guys can all stay.
We'll sneak him into our room.
What's the deal?
Yeah.
The hobbits are gonna sneak you into their room.
What? Why? What happened?
We're just checking standard of living, and if you're
Oh yeah,
yours are frugal at the moment, I think.
yeah. Oh yeah.
The hobbits
Frugal.
aren't common, so I think common can probably afford an inn. We're not sure, but we could just house rule it and say that they can, and then they'll sneak you into their room. You know, when no one's looking, they'll sneak you in as part of their luggage.
Yeah.
The town
You'll-
probably doubled in size, and you're going to sneak me into the inn.
Say again.
The town is doubled in size for the festival, and you're going to sneak me into the inn.
You sound like you don't believe in their skill and courage. They shrug their shoulders. So they offer you. They offer it, saying, "Hey, we'll sort it out for you." So it's up to you to say yes.
Anyway, the barn,
Say again.
What? Sorry.
Endelib. What did he offer? Sorry, I missed it.
Oh, well, it depends who's asking. You as a man, he offers you, rooms that are available for men. And the Hobbit. Yeah, well,
But if you're
That's also
frugal,
fine.
will he offer you a room? If you're frugal, like your
Yeah.
income, will he
Yeah.
offer you a room still on frugal?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that works exactly. So that would be.
That's what
Yeah,
that's what the
it's-
hobbits are offering. The hobbits are offering to sneak you in because potentially they might not offer you a room because you have frugal standard of
No
living.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the hobbits are saying, "Hey, we'll help you out. You don't have to take
Oh,
the
yeah,
offer.
yeah.
We're just saying, hey, we'll hook you up."
That makes more sense.
Unless there's a elvish embassy or something where I could go and sleep.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Let me see. Standard. Living. Oh, great! 152 matches. Great.
Just check the
A 70.
glossary at the back.
Yeah, here we go. 72.
72, I'm looking at it too. Consequently, frugal player heroes can rarely afford to pay for anything and prefer to find out or make what they need instead.
Yeah. So let the hobbits hook you
Yeah,
up.
okay.
The hobbits are skilled at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll drop.
I will accept your generous offer.
They're gonna drop some
I'm-
sheets down the window for you to climb up by the window. They're dropping some sheets tied together.
I don't need much sleep anyway.
Oh, you're not going to get much of them in the room, but anyways, it's offer. Like, it's a gesture that counts.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're all back, right? So, what's his name? His name is Druckboard, and he says, "Hello, little masters," and he says, "We have just the rooms for you. We don't see many hobbits and halflings in this part of the world. Would you like a room?"
Yep. There's and then they say this while chewing on some apples, potentially from this guy's counter, and they don't even ask if they can have them. They're just eating them.
Yeah, he doesn't mind. It's like the bowl of peanuts in the bar.
Courtesy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, potentially you'll see bulges in their side pockets. They've taken more than than just the ones in their mouths. They've
What's up, buddy?
loaded.
Make a stealth roll.
They've loaded their pockets. Give me one moment.
See how many you get in.
Ah, cool. Let's see. They are pretty stealthy. So, target number's 15. Oh, ISR on. But stealth is favored.
That's good, yeah. And you got a 10 more as well. So you get a
Great success.
two additional apples.
Haha. Yeah. Cool.
There you go. There's your second breakfast sorted.
Oh, we'll need more than that.
So he shows you to your rooms. You can pop your things down. It's on the ground floor, obviously, so it's not too high up.
Yeah. So on the ground floor. So they just have to open the window and just signal for whoever is looking for accommodation in the party just to climb through the window now because it's the ground floor.
Yeah, and the window is looking out the back of the inn. So if you look at the map, it's on this side, so it's facing the river. But even still, it's facing the canal. But even still, it's really noisy. There's so much activity around this area, especially because you're so close to the market square.
Well, do we want to go look at the marketplace again?
Okay. Yep.
Sounds good. James and Christy seem to have unpacked their pockets. Their pockets look slim and ready for the picking.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna go bust a move.
Is there a possibility I could get paid if I start singing a song, like a
Possible. Well, I mean, they are one of the ways that they're measuring the variety show is by how much money people throw at the stage.
Can I ask the innkeeper if I can perform?
Yeah, absolutely. He says, "Well, I'm not the one you want to ask, but make yourself known to the organizers on the stage. The variety show is just before the fireworks."
I will do that. I will do that, and I will attempt to sing a song.
Oh, cool! Yeah. So you guys are all going out into the main festivities now, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna change to Medieval City. What does that sound like? Can you guys hear that?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
Man, that event died real quick. Whoa!
There we go. Might be too
I
loud.
can hear that. Yep.
There we go. Sorry. Is it village? No, let's do this one. There we go. It's a bit quieter. All right. So there's lots of activity. Everyone's drawn to the to the stage. There's arm wrestling. There's the archery competition. There is the music, the variety show. What else? What else did we say?
James and Christy's already on the table. They're holding 2 pints, and they're just jamming at the music. Whoever's playing the music, tapping their feet, pipe in the one hand, big pint in the other, and they are just enjoying the vibe.
Oh, amazing! So they're sitting down at one of the food stalls, right? Or one of the beer stalls or something. Or
Cool.
ale stalls.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you guys are having some food. Yeah, you're having some ale. You're waiting for your turn to sing. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Getting very nervous.
So around 10:30, the variety show comes on. So there's like, they start with like some of the some of the younger kids who like want to sing a song. They forget their lines. One little girl goes up and is so nervous that she doesn't say anything, and she begins to cry, and her mummy has to come and pick her down from the stage.
That wasn't a girl. That was a hobbit.
That was a hobbit. Yeah, there's a teenager who goes out and plays his lute kind of badly, but everyone applauds and gives him lots of encouragement. There's a few storytellers. So the storytellers are really interesting. One of them is obviously some kind of poet, and he's recounting in great detail the Battle of the Five Armies. And it's obviously still fresh in everyone's mind, but he takes all the destruction and death that happened, and he makes all this, he brings in all this glory and victory, and he adds a lot of color to it, and it really uplifts everyone's spirits. There's a huge, rapturous round of applause for this guy, because he's really taken all that bad memory, and he's made it beautiful again, and it really uplifts the spirit. Then we have a couple of dwarves who are they're smoking performers. So let's see how they do. We can make a couple of rolls for these boyos.
That sounds cool, man.
One that actually says 6 in a Gandalf rune. So the first one blows out some interesting shapes. A couple of rings, and then he just kind of machine guns like a series of smaller smoke rings through the main big one. Then the second one, he takes a honk on this ridiculously oversized pipe, and almost like some kind of magic trick where he blows out, and the smoke forms into the shape of like this dragon that seems to, like, as it flows out into the air in front of the stage, the wings kind of, as they're dissipating, the wings almost look like they're flapping, and it's one of the most incredible sights you've seen. One of the most impressive smoke tricks you've seen anybody do, and that gets an even bigger standing applause. And then they say, for our final act, it's Belagon, the singer. And so, no pressure.
No pressure. He's going to sing a Elvish tune.
Oh,
so it's that'll be a bit probably a bit mellow, a bit haunting, if you like.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That'll be against the flow of everything which is happening before, but I'll do that, and I will roll for it.
Yeah, please do. So you're doing song, is that right? Song with favored. It's a favored song rolls, all right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's your character sheet here. Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, go for it. I was so nearly okay, that was so nearly a great success. Now what did you roll there? You rolled a 16, 3, 4, and a 9. Yeah, I mean it's very it was a haunting tune. Do you want to describe how it plays out? How the audience reacts to it?
I imagine everybody will get quiet and they'll stop yelling, and then I finish, they start clapping or something like that. So, is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm actually imagining the song that Pippin sang to Denethor. That's the kind of vibe, that kind of somber, beautiful, haunting haunting song. Yeah, there's like a standing ovation, and yeah, it was a really some people are crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Do,
yeah.
do I get any money?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, just a quick question:
Brilliant.
how does treasure rating work?
Well, I'm
'Cause we've
not.
got-
I would not be able to help you, because you would probably get treasure in 1E, but I never
I'm
ever
reading
worked
it
with
now.
it.
Yeah, it says players record their heroes' individual treasure rating on the character sheets. As their treasure rating rises, player heroes see the standard of living go up accordingly. So I'm like, yeah,
So we did just get 1 point of treasure.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you accrue it, and like, what is the value? Like, what's the worth? That's what I'm not sure. Like D&D,
You
I know.
probably use treasure. I know that is in 1E you use treasure if you don't go home during the
Mhm.
fellowship phase. It costs you
Oh.
treasure to upkeep your reputation. So
Oh, right.
using treasure, your wealth, to upkeep your abode. Where if you go home during the fellowship phase, then you are manually upkeeping your abode, your land. But if you're still traveling, your treasure helps
Okay.
you upkeep that. So there's things like that. Treasure helps you maintain your home when you're traveling, and you choose not to return home during the fellowship phase. Those kind of things. That's where treasure comes in. Not so much where you buy stuff.
Yeah, it says here, say for common, player heroes enjoying a common standard of living have enough resources to look after themselves and to pay for such things such as simple accommodation and meals.
Oh, okay. So you have to go through the window.
The mindset of the cost of any luxury, they often lead an austere life or resort to haggling to lower the price of whatever they're trying to get hold of. But that's common and a treasure rating of 30. Myself and the elf have, I believe, a starting treasure rating of 0. So we can't
It says that this is in the first edition manual. It says the value of treasure is reflected. Oh, sorry. Minimum of one equating roughly to the amount of money needed to sustain an adventure for 1 month at a prosperous standard of living.
Well,
So-
the second edition allows you to accrue treasure rating and go up in standard of livings.
That's cool.
So you accrue your treasure, and when you hit 30, you suddenly hit common.
That's cool.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And
Well,
the halflings can accrue treasure and make for prosperous, but that will take 60 treasure.
yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So,
Okay, so one treasure rating is equal to 1
1
month upkeep at prosperous levels. That's actually quite a lot.
it doesn't actually disappear. And from the
Yeah.
sound of it, if you have a treasure rating of 30, you can afford basic accommodation and meals.
Yeah. Okay, let's say that Belagon receives the equivalent, quite a lot, of 1 treasure rating.
Okay. You know,
You're richer
Yeah,
than me.
That's like a month's basic needs covered, which is I mean that's pretty good. This crowd reached deep into their pockets. They were obviously very moved.
Good.
How are now, Edorath? What are you doing?
Kind of got bored with the singing. It's not something I'm good at yet.
Yeah.
Where did sing go? Oh, song. I have 1 rank in it, so I'm probably a little better more at the lore side of it. But you said something about arm wrestling.
Yeah, arm wrestling is going on one of the side events. Yeah, you can go down and wrestle someone's arm.
Yeah, that.
You want to join the competition?
Why not?
Yeah, go for it. Let's go again for 3. Three contested strength rolls. So I'm rolling a d12 plus 2 success dice. So yeah, you want to roll first, and I'll call out what I roll.
Sorry, what are you doing?
Oh, Sorry, it's gonna be.
You're rolling. He's rolling in secret. He's rolling in secret, and you're gonna roll, and he'll reveal what he's rolled. You basically complete.
Yeah, you're rolling athletics. Oh, what was that? 18. That's nice. So I'm just gonna call it what I rolled here. I got 4, 5, and 6. So that's 15. Okay, so the first one you win. You want to describe that? You beat me by 3. This is a bald man with a large curly mustache, who is
it's stronger than he looks, and I wore the man down.
Yeah, this is a Bjorning man with a curly mustache.
Basically, I held him in the middle, and then slowly put pressure on, and just slowly pushed his arm to the table.
Yeah. All right. So the guy, one of this Bjorning's friend, is watching another Bjorning and says, "Wolfgar." He laughs at him. He's like, "Too many honey cakes." Okay, second round. And it's a 7, 6, and a 5. That's 12, 18.
Oh boy.
You have to beat 18. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, 11.
Nope.
This time, when he goes, he's... Yeah, you can describe how you fail that one.
He's just... I may be a little weakened from the first one, and he comes up with renewed vigor and just pushes my arm down fairly quickly.
Yeah?
It was just too strong.
He's too strong. Okay, let's go for the tiebreaker. So, final round. Oh, that's a 3, 1, and 6. That's it to beat 10. Oh, there you go. Nothing. Oh, this it.
Right. Well,
Put his arm through
he made me a little overconfident, and
you got a special success here as well. Don't forget.
And Edorat just slams his arm down. Doesn't break it. Doesn't injure him, but Edorat was just too strong and just bang.
He gets a splinter in the back of his hand. Okay, cool. Well done. Yeah, so you're hailed the winner of the arm wrestling contest, and there's lots of cheering of drinks and beers, lots of spilling of ale, and how are James and Christy doing? How far into their drinking are they?
They've consumed a lot of ale, but they seem to be merry but not intoxicated. They seem to be able to consume copious amounts.
Yeah, they are hobbits, and they're heavyweights.
Just speaking as Michael, I heard that they seem to be merry, and I'm thinking, what? They've disguised themselves as another halfling.
What is it?
Sorry.
What's his name? Undeal. They disguise themselves as Undeal.
They what? Sorry.
They disguise themselves as Underhill. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Just quoting.
Any particular prize for winning the arm wrestling?
Oh yes. You get a small what are they called? Barrel. A small a small barrel of ale. Not like, I don't mean like a full barrel, but like a barrel the size of a rucksack, for example, like one of those small barrels, like one that you could carry by hand.
A carry keg.
A carry keg, yeah.
Yep.
Can James and Christy just the alcohol's obviously getting to them a bit, and they think they can take him in an arm wrestling match, and just they challenge you to a friendly arm wrestling match. That would be James.
To whom? To Edorath?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Right.
So James he has to get a stool to get up to your height. He's standing on a stool.
Funny. Now James and Christy will have to do this at disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Well,
because they're a little bit worse for wear.
Oh, actually, I think it gives them strength. Like drunken boxing, man. Haven't you seen Jackie Chan? I think they got a little bit of, dragon power.
I tell you what, let's leave it to the dice to decide.
Yeah, because the
let's see
hobbits
how
naturally don't
yeah.
have as much strength as the rest of you guys. So I think it's already showing in my stats. Why you want to handicap me anymore? They actually down their ale. This is sort of their elixir. He slams it down to the table, and Christy smacks him on the back like you've got this, and she ruffles his hair, kicks him on the butt.
That's so funny. Let's make a roll to see how drunk they are. Maybe make a heart. Now, how does this work? If in D&D you can make like a dex check, a dex save. Sorry, is the equivalent of a save in the One Ring?
Not that I know. No.
Everything is based on common skills, right?
Yep. So that would be athletics. So athletics affects your physicality. So you would probably make me do an athletics check to see, and you can give me a target number to see if it's maybe the first check will be see if it's assisted me or if it hasn't assisted me. If it has assisted me, I'd like a bonus dice, please. If it hasn't assisted me, you can make my target numbers higher.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that works. Let's do that.
Okay, so what's my target number for this bonus dice that I'm rolling for? To check if
14.
I'm smashed.
So it's a heart. TN for heart is 14.
So I'm gonna roll athletics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for 14. And I won't spend hope. I've spent a lot of hope. I'm gonna roll. Come on. No, I don't get that extra dice. They
are cut.
He actually falls off the chair, smacks his chin because his sister kicked him by the butt. She actually kicked his chair.
Help him back up.
And his ash is actually from his pipes burning his jacket, and he's smacking it. And he's trying to put it out.
Oh, that's so funny. Edorath, how are you reacting to this?
I'm helping him get back up.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
You better check your pockets.
Oh gosh.
It might just be a ruse.
That's so funny. Okay, so you guys want to make contested athletics rolls, please?
Okay.
Three.
And in answer to James's statement, you search through my pockets and find next to nothing.
Maybe they'll leave something for you. Something foul.
Oh.
Okay, that's high.
I'm sorry.
Oof. Go.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Oh, brutal. Someone describe that.
You go for
he
it.
put her hands out, and Edorat just slowly pushes his hand, or your hand, to the table, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of resistance there.
And I would actually probably say James is laughing at this point. It was always a joke to him. He didn't plan on winning this. He was just laughing.
Let's do the next round.
All right. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, that's 9. It's a failure.
Oh, was that an Eye of Sauron?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, what a shame! Because you had two Tengwars as well.
Yeah. And I've
describe that, please.
Okay, so can I? Would that be James? In a contested roll, is it the one at the least, the lowest roll? Like if you both fail, is it the one that was the closest to succeeding actually wins that?
I think you win. Yeah.
Yeah. So while I would probably say while James is laughing, pretending like it means nothing, he goes straight in and goes for a hard push while you're distracted, and he slams your hand into some glasses. They even break, and he is bursting out laughing now. He finds it hilarious.
You've injured me and you're bursting out laughing.
I think I'd be laughing too. Beaten by a half.
One. Mind you, how are you figuring that you've won?
Because we both rolled, but my roll was higher than yours.
I'll say, I think because it's a contested roll, not a you're not doing a
because
TN
you
score.
didn't one of you guys get an Eye of Sauron?
Yes.
But it's showing a A Gandalf.
No,
ring.
because it's giving you a TN score, but we're not doing it against the target number. You're setting each other's target numbers, so you're doing a contested roll. So your whoever gets the higher number. But Eye of Sauron is
automatic failure or zero.
a definite failure, is automatic failure.
Yeah.
Gandalf rune is automatic success.
In 1E, Gandalf, the Eye of Sauron just means 0. So it's not an automatic failure. In 2E, is it an automatic failure?
I'm not sure, but just in a contested roll.
okay.
Sure, let's go with that. Because the narrative's already set. I'm happy with that. Cool, let's go for another one.
Last round.
Is this a tiebreaker?
Yes.
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Oh,
All right,
nervous.
you can. I'll roll. Go for it. Oh, 6. 11. But you take it.
I get to keep my barrel of ale. Thank
Sorry?
you. I get to keep my barrel of ale.
So how does that look? That
You
last
just roll. James and Christy rolled.
a 6 and he rolled 11. None of us got an Eye of Sauron.
Oh yeah, so then Edorath will win. Will win
Yes.
that one as well.
So how
he's
does
got
that
the
look? How does it look?
Well, you caught me by surprise last round, and you injured me. So Edorath looks like he's trying a little harder, and he didn't try his maximum. I mean, he got a 1 on the D12, but followed it up clearly with some strength and just slowly pushed your hand down.
And James just slaps your hand and looks at you like, "Good show, bud. Good show." And he pulls his pipe out and carries on smoking and just calls for another ale to the barman.
Sure he does. I'm going to go get my hand treated.
He got injured by the hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
Do our storyteller.
I see that in Foundry it says Jarek, but you are Edorath in. We're calling
Jarek?
it.
It's my STA name, but it's the name on the hard drive.
Okay, so your character's
I can-
Edorath. Your character's Edorath, but your player
Edorath,
is
yeah.
Jarek.
Alright.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
You can edit your name, can't you?
I think I might have to do that at my end.
Okay.
Yeah. Remind me of the next time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to do that next time. I think I have to leave the server to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right.
Come up to the fireworks, or what's happening?
Yeah, it's getting close. It is getting close to the fireworks. Everyone is filtering out of the taverns and the stalls to get ready, and then all of a sudden you see this big, bright burst of flame and color in the sky. See, kind of like what are they called? Roman candles. Those like firing things, like huge fireworks. Some of them seem to be magically enchanted, burst into magical creatures like dragons and serpents. Some of them explode into butterflies. The kids are just going nuts. They haven't seen anything as extravagant as this. And it lasts for a good 5-6 minutes. And ends with a particularly loud bang that like thuds. You feel a thud of sound in your chest after it goes off. And it ends with a huge round of applause. And people start moving back into the taverns and the stalls to get some more ale. So what are you guys going to do? You guys going to join in the festivities, kind of party through the night? You going to get an early night? Going to go back to the tavern?
Gonna go back to the seamstress's place and check on her.
The hobbits agree.
Yeah.
I would say the hobbits have formed a bit of a bond with Edorath, even though Edorath is, the hobbits seem quite, how can I say, laid back, and Edorath seems, to them, he seems a bit more serious. But funny enough, that contrast and just the wrestling match, they seem to have, potentially from the hobbit side, they seem to have developed a bit of a bond, and they're going to just follow along.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Well, it's after midnight now. You make your way back to Kelda's workshop, and yeah, and when you arrive, um, the although the doors are closed, the heavy wooden shutters outside show clear signs of intrusion.
Oh, blast.
What are you gonna do?
Pull out the spear and it'd move in.
Yeah.
Oh, will I? I'll draw
Hobbits-
my sword.
Yeah, the hobbits are going to go around back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So those of you who are moving closer to the door, you can hear movement inside.
Storm them? Yell
What?
out.
Yeah.
Does explore the correct one?
Yes, you could do an explore, or awareness.
I'll do an awareness check if I
Sure.
can.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for it. Okay.
What are you going to roll? Ooh, nasty. That was a 14.
My turn with the explore.
You want to describe why you failed that roll? What happened that you failed that roll?
I probably got distracted by a cat or something. The cat goes, meow! No, kick out the cat.
I don't think that was a cat.
So
There's
funny.
Christy disappearing around the corner of the building.
Yeah.
Cat
Alright.
form.
I'm gonna... And we will just do a normal roll. And wow, that was terrible.
You guys don't know what is going on inside, but you can hear something. I mean, the shutters are open, so there's nothing stopping the sound from coming out. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm going to shout out and knock on the door very heavily.
Yeah, sure. So you rap on the door, and you hear Kelda just wailing and sobbing. She says, "Please, just leave me alone. Please leave me alone." And she's crying.
Can we get
Really? Sorry?
Can we get the door open?
I mean, how? You want to, like... it's locked from the inside, if that's what you mean.
Well, I'm thinking of shouldering it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll stand wide and.
I mean, you only knocked on the door. She doesn't know who you are.
Oh, okay. It's Balagon.
And she's like, "Belagon?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay." And she comes out. She opens the door and lets you in. James and Christy, what are you guys doing? She's gone to the front of the house. You're at the back of the house.
I would say they were doing
gonna break in?
explore or scout around the back.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Either roll is fine. However you'd like.
Definitely do an explore. I've got a higher explore.
Yeah, you could do explore or maybe do a stealth scout. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So you find that. So what were you rolling there? Sorry, that was explore. Okay, so exploring the area around. You want to describe what you see?
I wouldn't be able to say what I see. I'll just say how we come about it. So,
Sure.
I would say they quite stealthily move around the house, but instead of running in, they just suspect, and they've got confidence knowing that the rest of the party has gone in by the front. They know that whatever is happening inside is going to be dealt with, and their sort of streetwise gut just tells them that if anyone's going to flee, it will probably be around the back, and they just lay low to see if they can catch wind of this and maybe apprehend them.
Yeah, cool. So are you keeping an eye on the back of the house?
Yes.
Like you looking?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
So what
Make it
did
aware.
I s- So that was the explorer roll I just rolled. Now, what did I get to see from that?
Oh, okay. You got an automatic success.
Mm-hmm.
So. Well, you can find that there was a point of entry also at the back of the house.
Okay.
So someone came in through one of the shutters on this side as well. So it wasn't just one person.
Okay. But they don't
yeah.
see anyone coming out yet?
Anyone coming out of where? No,
Back
there's definitely nobody in the house.
Okay.
There is nobody in the house.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. So at that point, they'll probably go inside then.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see that... sorry, I said that there was an entry point at the back. No, they came in from the front and left through the back.
Okay, but they've already gone. So James and Christy can see the back doors open. They've broken open and they've left already.
They've broken open a shutter at the back, yeah. And it's broken from the inside out as opposed to the outside.
Sure. So it's pretty obvious that whoever was there is left. So they can clean that. So they'll go inside now.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So you guys are all inside with Kelda now, is that right?
Yep.
So she tells you her sad story. She said that after you left, she went to get some food and drink before she went to bed, and she said they must have been watching my house. Yeah, like a guardsman came while I was in the house to make sure everything was okay. I think not long after you guys left, and he said that they would patrol the area. So I thought I was safe. I went out to buy some food and some wine, and when I came back, I found that my house had been broken into, and there was no sign of they've taken some of my things. They've taken my silver needle, and then she tells you says the word silver needle. She just bursts into tears. And he says it's the only thing that they took. They knew what they were looking for. Just leave me alone, please. I want to be left alone. I just want to... It's gone. It's gone forever. There's nothing I can do about it. And she said, I would rather forget it than have any kind of false hope.
Well, James and Chrissy just suggest that it's probably this Longo fella, and...
Where did they go?
She says, I don't know. I came in and they were gone. And she says, yeah, I heard when they tried to take it outside the gates, I heard them say the word Longo. He's been terrorizing this place for weeks, months now.
Outside the gates?
Yeah, she says that she heard the name Longo outside the gates when those three guys tried to take it from her.
Right.
She's like, I'm pretty sure it was them. I can't imagine it would be anyone else.
James and Christy, what did you see out the back?
Then they just divulge that whoever was just broke out through the back and describe how it looks, but that no one's there. Whoever's there is gone, and
Can we attempt to, or can I attempt to hunt them? Hunting?
Yeah, for sure.
I know they've come out the back.
She says this was like several hours ago. She's like, I've just been in here drinking wine.
So maybe there's a trail. James and Chrissy says maybe there's a trail. Maybe we can find.
Well, you probably want to secure your place anyway, and we'll see if we can do anything about it.
Yeah, and James and Chrissy suggest that they're savvy. Just tells them that I don't think they'll be back. They got what they wanted.
Yeah.
They'll be heading off, I reckon. When you steal something like that, they rush off and they're either staying in the city or outside of the city.
Yeah.
Christy just asks for, she kind of, James doesn't really pick up on this, but Christy does, and she tries to console the lady and just says, can you describe them to us?
Yep. Oh, she didn't see them. They were gone, weren't they?
Oh no, she saw the guys.
Yep.
One of them had the battered helm.
Okay.
They looked like they were dressed. They were Dalish men. Let me check. Sorry, excuse me, just a second.
All good, no?
Yep.
Let me go back to their appearance. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, 3 men, dressed for traveling, boots and cloaks, and one wearing a battered helm.
Cool.
And I need to have a quick 2-minute bio. I will be right back.
Yeah,
You can plan your attack while I'm gone.
Cool.
Yep. I think they're long gone, but this Longo guy might be the first lead we have. What do you reckon?
I've got a good chance with hunting, but if somebody can offer me a point of hope to gain a die, I can possibly track them and see if we can get to them and stop them.
Okay. Stop them from running.
Yeah.
There is that, it's that merchant lady who offered it, James and Christie to go and get this Longo guy. So
yeah, I said yes to that as well.
Yeah.
But that's something we have to do in the morning.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. What is the plan?
I'm
Oh,
thinking,
by the way, if anyone is favored or has a good lore or riddle rating,
I do. Actually,
you're welcome to. You can roll to see if you know anything about this silver needle
okay, I'll roll law.
lore. Yeah.
oh,
Damn.
Oh, that's actually still a great success. That's pretty
Okay.
good.
yeah.
And we got one Tengor as well, so you can make that a special success.
Okay.
So you can refer back to the table that I've put down, so you can gain insight. Yeah, widen influence, make haste, level 5, etc. Yeah, what would you like to? Which one? I see gain insight, right? Because it's an information-based roll. All right.
Yep.
You have heard about a silver needle, and because you are elvish, you have heard this story a long time ago. Now, she might be able to corroborate this. There's a story, it's a very long story, the Silver Needle, and it's mostly lost, but you know that it was made by elves a long, long time ago. But it ended up in the treasuries of Erebor before Smaug arrived. Now, when Smaug claimed the Lonely Mountain as his own, the Silver Needle was saved by a couple of dwarven clothiers, and they were later forced to sell it to some drapers from Lake Town. And so over time, it passed into many hands. And you assumed that it was lost. You hadn't heard of this needle for a long time. But you assumed in the end it must have become, must have been given to Kelda. And she says, actually, are you gonna mention this to? Are you gonna ask her about this?
Yep, I will.
Yeah. Kelda tells you that this was actually a token of love given by an adoring suitor when she was young. And she herself didn't know the story of the needle, nor did she know its worth. So she's very surprised when you tell her this.
Yep.
And all she knows is that she feels as if she was a young embroiderer when she uses it. So you know that this is like a magical, or it has some kind of, it's magical in origin.
Yep.
So when it's used to sew, and she tells you when it's used to sew a garment or to stitch an embroidery or tapestry, the silver needle works into the fabric of the piece the subtle magic of its elven creators. The cloth retains some of the user's thoughts when it was being sewn, and makes them appear before the eyes of those who look at it, all the while giving to the sewn object a lifelike quality. So like a dress, if you wove a dress out of it, it would seem to wave and ripple as though moved by a faint breeze. Or a tapestry would evoke the sounds and smells of an image it shows. And the embroidery in a cloak seems to shimmer and dance in the corner of one's eye. So really quite a special item.
Alright.
Hence why she's so distraught with its loss.
I have a small amount of. I've got one dot in insight, but can I use insight to ask myself who would want it? What?
Yeah.
Who would want? Okay.
Nice.
What did you roll?
16. He's success. And a 6.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's a yeah. Okay, so now let me just see. So you just tell me again what it is you're trying to find out.
A general question. Do I know of anybody who would want that needle? Like, I don't know, anybody who I can remember about the lore of the needle? Apart from,
Okay. Let me think.
apart from its obvious magical nature and stuff like that. Otherwise, we've only got one lead.
Well, yeah. Okay. Let me tell you this.
Yep.
You know that, or well, you assume, you presume that Longo is after this
Yep.
magical
But
item.
Why would he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's the question you're asking, right? Is why would a bandit who's not really that interested in lore or history, why would they be interested in it? And it does make you wonder, could this potentially be the lackey of somebody else? Someone who is yeah.
Yep. So somebody's hired Longo. I'm just thinking, and this person has got Longo to steal it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't know for sure, but
Yep.
you're asking
I
yourself
assume.
the question, yeah.
Yep. I assume something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like something a bandit would be interested in unless they were really versed in lore.
Yep.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel like you're making a little bit of
Oh, where they've exited. Can I attempt to hunt them?
yeah, for sure. Which way did you want to go?
Well, I'm looking for recent tracks. They've pushed through the back door or the back shutter and made their way out. Maybe there's some bits of the shutter going to the left or the right. Maybe one of them injured themselves. Maybe there's a little bit of blood or some loose clothing. And see if I can track which way they went.
Okay, yeah. Let me see.
That'll be hard.
Mm,
I imagine anyway.
yeah, you can make let's go for hunting. Make a hunting roll, please. Hunting or scout? Yes.
Oh, I'm so going for hunting.
Hunting? What's your hunting? Oh yeah, favored as well. Oh nice. So that is a great success. You've got a Tengor as well, have you?
Yes.
You do. Excellent. Which would you like to make a special success?
Does this require multiple successes?
Yes.
In that case, I'll go for the extra success.
Okay. Now. The first track leads away from her workshop. You find you find a muddy footprint of a very specific. This guy has a really large foot with a really specific boot pattern, and then so there's like some mud that he stood in. He's got muddy feet. He's left a big dirty boot print directly outside the window. So you see the direction it's going, and you fall in the direction. You find the same large boot print heading out of the city.
What way? To the docks or to the north or east? Is that it? North and south?
Sorry. To the sorry. Yeah, not out of the city. Just to the south, like
Okay.
down. It's like yeah. So you find one boot print here, and you find one like around here.
Okay.
All right, keep following.
I'll be following.
You have to make another hunting roll, please. Oh, I have Sauron. Oh no, hang on, that wasn't. You were rolling with favored, right? So that was 9, a failure. Yeah, you lose the tracks. You lose the tracks. So you've lost the track. You don't know in which direction. You know that you have a thing here. You got a track here, and you've got a track here. Okay.
Around.
Yeah. So you've already done the hunting roll. So I'm afraid there's nothing. You searched the area fully and completely, and there is no sign of anything else. Just hand on forehead. I will remind you that you did get some clues at the beginning of where Longo's hideout was.
That was outside down the east.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, they were saying the East River, weren't they?
Yeah, just outside. It's not far. They said in the upper marches to the east of the running river. So I guess if we zoom out, would it be? Yeah. So if you leave, where is it? What does it say? The east of the running river.
I'm gonna have to step out in say 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah. You mean in real life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, no problem.
So I'll have to exit the game.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, that's maybe a good time to call it a night in a few minutes then. So we'll just finish this scene and then we'll
Cool.
call it. How about that, guys?
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So they said that it was east. I think this river here is the running river, if I'm not mistaken. 5. No, it's the South Key. Let me just double check. The river. Is it the running river in Dale? Oh, the river running. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think it's the river running. Yeah, so it's on the east side of the river running. Is that right? Yeah. So I assume somewhere there's a bridge.
Docks and see if they've probably already gotten off the on a small boat off the docks. But let's see if we can go see them.
Yeah? Yeah, you can go via the docks. Okay. So you set off, right, for searching for the bandit camp in the upper marches to the east of the running river. Yeah. It's quite a short distance. It doesn't take you long to get to the. You can take a little ferry across the river from here to here. I think, is that a ferry? It looks like a little tiny. What is that? Oh no, that's Oliver's cursor.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little ferry. Yeah, you don't need to do any fatigue tests. So I'm going to open up this bit. I'm going to activate this scene. So you're now on the east. Sorry, in the upper.
You do not own any token with vision in this scene.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I did that again, didn't I? Accessibility, all players. Token vision off. Fog exploration off. Done. There we go. How about that?
Yep.
Okay. So this is from the book. This is artwork from the book. We'll probably stop it there actually, because this is a good point at which to stop the game.
Yep.
Because there's quite a few encounters here, which quite a few actions that you need to take in this area.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll leave it there. Yeah, thank you guys. That was actually a
Brilliantly
really
done,
fun
man.
session.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoyed that.